What's going on?
It's Chong Li, the current champ.
He's never been defeated. Holds all sorts of records, including the fastest KO. He killed a guy during the last Kumite.
Yep, kicked the poor bastard right in the throat. I died right there on the platform. Chong Li stood there and watched him die.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Movie Hero Network. This is Tournament Fights number 308, and this is part 2 of Zack Shelton's top 128 favorite movies. We welcome you to the Movie Hero Network, whether it's your first time, your second time, your 50th time, your 100th time. We appreciate you. I'm your guest host this evening, Austin Pez Howell. I'll be your host for tonight's episode and Friday's championship, and it should be a fun one. Should be a little bit of a wacky one as well, but we'll have a good time. If Monday was any indication, we're in for a wild ride. But let's go ahead and get things started with the man in the hot seat himself, starting out here, Mr. Zack Shelton. How's it going, Zach?
Good. Yes. So as people can tell, if they've seen this one or even the thumbnail, you're going to get some unique movies, but I'm a fan of all different types of movies. So interested to see what these matchups are.
Hey, listen, I don't judge. We all have weird stuff in our 128, that's personal to us, and so it just is what it is. So we'll just have some fun with it. Got the rest of the crew rounding out here today. Got Mr. Jonathan Caro, who's going to be with us all week. How's it going, Jonathan?
I'm doing well, yes. I don't have any wacky ones in my 128 because I haven't done a 128 yet. But no, this should be another good time, another good episode, and yeah, there should be a few interesting ones to discuss. But no, in the end, we'll all have a good time. In the end, you're a winner. It's your list.
Yeah.
Got Wolfman Wyndham. Wolfman, how's it going?
Yeah, at the end of the day, I may not like every film on this list, but I'm not going to judge because I was sitting there when making my 128. I was contemplating putting The Master of Disguise in my top 128 just because I fucking adore that movie and how stupid it is. So I can't be one to say,
hey, I love Rocket Man with Harlan Williams. I love Baby's Day Out way more than anybody on the planet, shit like that. So I can't judge. It is what it is.
Exactly. We all have our guilty pleasures that just, are just absolutely.
I love Halloween 6 way more than anybody on the planet. Predator 2, I have my crazy ones. So we all have those. And speaking of crazy and wacky, Mr. Richie Goodacre, how's it going, Richie?
I rewatched Baby's Day Out recently. A baby sets a guy's dick on fire.
Yeah, and it's hilarious.
And then
I've been having battery trouble.
and then to put it out, they stomp on his cock. It's a very violent movie. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they should be dead the whole time. They should be dead multiple times. But yeah,
I've contended that it's the best Three Stooges movie we've ever gotten. I'm just putting it on.
I lovingly I bust Zach's balls a lot, but I think these type of 128s are fun. So yeah, I have literally no idea what's going to pop up. Yeah, so this will be fun.
Malcolm's here, but I can see him in the green room. I don't think he's quite ready to be on camera yet, so I'll bring him in a minute. He's doing something off camera, so I want to. I know I won't embarrass him yet. He's fixing something or whatever. So I'll bring him on in just a second. But he's here as well. But yeah, how it's going to work tonight is it is Zach's 128. This is part 2. We had part 1 the other night, so you can check that out if you'd like. And how it's going to work is the Sweet 16 that we had for Monday night and the Sweet 16 that we have tonight will then be in Zach's championship episode on Friday. That'll just be a quick half bracket, and then we'll just see what wins part 2 tonight. I'm feeling some wacky fun and maybe some anarchy, so we'll see what happens tonight. And again, it's Zackless. There's no theme, so I'm not partial to anything. I think Malcolm's ready, by the way. Malcolm, how you doing, man? You all right?
Yeah, I was just getting changed to work, so.
Yeah, he's working out, doing his thing off camera. That's how it's gonna work. So let's jump right into it. Have a little fun. I tried to pull some alternate posters and some foreign posters when I could, just to kind of mix it up a little bit and give you a little visual aid. So when I could. Not everyone has one, but I did what I could. We'll scroll over and get started. So we'll start with "I Love You, Man" and Forrest Gump as somebody grinds up a smoothie in the background. All right. Malcolm, "I Love You, Man" and Forrest Gump.
I like but I'm muted.
You're not muted, but your microphone is not on. I don't think it just sounds like you're in the.
I've turned it on now, but I muted my mic in, but I don't know. But I like "I Love You, Man." I think it's a good comedy, but I love Forrest Gump more, so I'm going to go Forrest Gump.
All right, Richie.
Yeah, this is tough. Like both of these. Forrest Gump's come up here a bit. I mean, for good reason. It's a great film. But "I Love You, Man" is, great comedy, great chemistry between Jason Segel and Paul Rudd. Yeah, great dialogue. I might go that direction. I'll go "I Love You, Man."
All right, Wolf.
Zach, I love you, man. No homo. For having these both on your list, because these are both really good movies. So this is kind of interesting, but I'm gonna go Forrest Gump.
Yeah, Jonathan.
Yeah, the really good matchup right off the bat. Forrest Gump, we praised it a lot recently in 1994, deservedly so. Won a tournament, and "I Love You, Man" is a really good comedy with some great lines of dialogue. Good duo from Jason Segel and Paul Rudd. It's just delightful. Yeah. I mean, as they describe another movie in the movie. But I'll give "I Love You, Man" a chance. Yeah, "I Love You, Man."
Sure. Zach?
So "I Love You, Man" is actually my favorite Paul Rudd movie, and I like the chemistry with him and Jason Segel. And then Forrest Gump, Tom Hanks is one of my favorite actors, and I just love all the different characters in there and the story. It's close, but Forrest Gump is a little higher for me, so Forrest Gump.
Sure. What's the better bromance, Paul Rudd and Jason Segel and "I Love You, Man" or Forrest Gump and Bubba? That's the real question.
Or Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, or Lieutenant Dan. There's 2 bromances in that movie.
Yeah.
We've seen Forrest Gump a lot. I got some flowers in 1994 that we just did. So, I'll vote "I Love You, Man." Why not? I'm mixing it up tonight. But that's a tie to Malcolm to kick things off.
Forrest Gump.
Okay, and that failed, so it's fine. All right.
"I Love You, Man." I love you.
Right, going out to The Lion King and Frozen 2. We got a Disney matchup. Richie.
That's pretty easy for me. I wasn't even there. I think this the whole the whole hoopla of the first one really kind of skipped by the time I watched the first one, and I mean the first one is good, but I was ready to not hear "Let It Go" for a while. Then when I watched Frozen 2, it's decent. It's just it doesn't stick with me. Lion King is one of my favorite Disney animations of all time. The first movie I ever saw at the theater, so it holds a special place for me. So Lion King.
Yeah.
So I know I'm in the minority when I say this, but I actually prefer Frozen 2 to Frozen. And the reason why is because, one, it's darker, and I feel like it kind of has more of a mature story to it. But two, it didn't have a goddamn fucking annoying fan base. Like Frozen, I watched Frozen the first time, and I was like, this isn't a bad little anime film. Then everybody and their grandparents and their grandma's aunts, grandparents, whatever the fuck, went and started singing Let It Go, and it became the most annoying shit in the universe, and I just couldn't stand it anymore. And I didn't want anything to do with that movie. But you never really got that with Into the Unknown from Frozen 2. You almost never got that. So I was like, you know what? I can sit down, watch Frozen 2 as a movie, and actually enjoy it, goddammit, because there's no other fan base to fucking ruin it for me. You fucking kids. I hate y'all. But then there's The Lion King, which is actually an all-time classic. Obviously.
Which has another annoying fan base, and my God, sorry.
Lion King, one of my other favorite anime films of all time. Definitely high up there, was in my top 128 as well. So I'm going to go The Lion King here. It is the king of anime movies in my book. So, and that's no pun intended. So
this is Wolf yelling at all the kids in the theater as he leaves.
Fuck your life, Bing Bong.
Jonathan.
Wow. It's going to be hard to go from there. But Frozen 2, I think it's just decent. It's fine. There are some funny sequences in the movie. There was one music video parody that's pretty funny. And The Lion King is a great movie. I was going to go in giving The Lion King, getting out because, it's brought up too many times, but against Frozen 2, I can't. So I got to go with The Lion King here. And I think if it's going through, we're going to have another 94.
Yeah, it'll be a rematch from our 94 series. Yeah, when Lion King got knocked out by Forrest Gump. Yeah, if that happens. But Zach?
Shoot. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Lion King.
Yeah, so I saw Frozen in a dollar theater months after it came out, and I had heard Let It Go so much it kind of annoyed me. So with Frozen 2, I think it's a much better story, and I like the songs a lot better. So there's that, but it's going up against The Lion King, and that's kind of an unwinnable matchup because Lion King is one of my favorite animated movies, so I'm going to go with Lion King.
You know what I prefer to both Disney's Frozen and Frozen 2? Frozen from 2010 about them stuck on a ski lift.
Yeah.
So I'll go The Lion King here. Malcolm?
Wolf, your anger, you just have to let it go. But look, I heard Into the Unknown being sang by kids a lot when Frozen 2 was out. So I was, but my mic is connected.
Or you need to check your StreamYard settings, brother.
Yeah, it's definitely on my USB microphone, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I mean, I like Frozen 2. I think it's good, but I'm going Lion King.
Sounds good. All right, clean sweep for the Lion King.
It wouldn't be a wholesome version of Let It Go. I think it was right during the pandemic. Snoop Dogg is singing it in his car.
Mm-hmm.
It's so wholesome for a fucking 50-year-old man. Anyway.
That's right. Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed. We saw Scooby-Doo 1 in part 1. And The Three Musketeers, the one from 2011.
Oh, my
God.
God.
You picked the wrong one.
God.
Pass. Can I hit the pass button?
I can hit the pass button. Here you go. Sorry.
I'm gonna, because God damn,
that'll be fun.
This is a matchup. So that exists. Zach, I'm not gonna again. I'm not judging you personally. I am, but I will criticize the movies and say that the Three Musketeers is absolute dog shit. From that was scraped off the bottom of the sewer and like fed to the like monster at the bottom of the dungeon or something like that. It was just like, I don't know. It is the worst piece of crap imaginable. And okay. Scooby-Doo 2, is also not really good. But you know what? It's got some interesting scenes in there, and Matthew Lillard is fun as Shaggy, and the whole gang is fun with each other. And you know what? If you were to tell me, would you rather watch Scooby-Doo 2 or The Three Musketeers? I would probably say Scooby-Doo 2. So that's how I'm going about this match.
Don't take it so personally. It's not your list, Wolf, but all right. Jonathan.
No, I'm not taking it personally. I told Zach I'm not judging him. I'm just
I'm not judging him. It's just the movies he picked. You know, no big deal. It's not against you. Yeah.
Wow.
This is fun.
Am I sad? I'm very sad because that movie, that version, like destroyed, one of my favorite novels of all time. And well, look, we have another Three Musketeers version coming up in '93, I believe, and that's definitely
that version's a banger.
That's much better.
I haven't seen that version yet. So.
If you had seen that before this one, Zach, you'd be like, bro, that version fucking rips. That '93 one is awesome.
Yeah, heck, I'll take the Man in the Iron Mask over this one. And same time, Matthew Lillard as Shaggy. He still is great in Scooby-Doo 2. So Scooby-Doo 2, I'm just waiting for the next matchup. See what happens.
Right.
Yeah. See, it's actually kind of funny because this is actually a tough matchup for me because both of them are just guilty movie pleasures for me. It just Three Musketeers, I enjoy the action. I enjoy the ridiculousness of it. And Scooby-Doo 2, I like more than the first one because you have more villains. And every character kind of gets their own separate storyline, and I think it works. And it actually feels kind of like a Scooby-Doo episode. The other one kind of didn't. So even though it's tough, Scooby-Doo 2 is higher on my list.
Zach, correct me if I'm wrong. Was this Scooby-Doo 2 that had the amazing like Dead or Alive plug from like Bon Jovi, where it's like Fred is like on the motorcycle? Yeah, okay, that part was fucking badass. I actually will give you that. I actually kind of think that was cool.
Yeah, I saw this Three Musketeers version once in theaters, and when they're having fights in pirate ships, I tapped out. I was like, what are we doing, bro? That's Paul W.S. Anderson shit.
Yeah.
Look, Scooby-Doo 2 is whatever, but like it's perfectly fine. Yeah, I like the performances at least, so yeah, I'll go with that. Malcolm.
Yeah, I think I've seen this version of Three Musketeers. If I have, it was before I got Letterboxd and I haven't logged it. But I remember seeing the trailer a lot and thought it looked fun, so I'm definitely going to check it out at some stage. But I think the Scooby-Doo movies are very underrated. I actually really enjoy Scooby-Doo 2. I think it's a lot of fun, and I'm a big Scooby-Doo fan, so Scooby-Doo 2 gets my vote.
Yeah, Richie?
Yeah, I'm not. To say I'm not a fan of the 2011 Three Musketeers is putting it lightly. I think I was talking to Pez recently. I think I've forgiven her because I've just overlooked it because she's hot. But Amelia Yolkfish, I don't know if she can act. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, but then you see in the Lost Lands, you're like, okay, I've given you too many chances. This movie is not good. There is an interesting cult following, especially in this community around Scooby-Doo 2. There's a lot of people who love this movie in this community. I found like Spencer's a huge fan as well. Talk to them. But yeah, I saw it a couple times. I didn't mind it. I thought it was pretty good. I think we're bound to get more Scooby-Doo films like in some iteration, and for years to come. So, but yeah, and I've always liked Scooby Doo, so Scooby Doo too. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Right.
it's pretty.
Yeah, Zach, if we get to 93 and you're on one of those shows and that Three Musketeers from that year is on there, watch that movie. That movie fucking slaps. That movie's awesome.
Yeah, it's on my list to watch. I just haven't watched it.
Yeah, check it out.
And Man in the Iron Mask, I did watch, but it's going to be in my next.
Well, there is better stuff, Jonathan, so it's looking up because we got Jurassic Park and The Cabin in the Woods, which I pulled Japanese posters for both.
Ooh. I love the Japanese poster for Cabin in the Woods. That's fucking dope.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
And even though that one, the Jurassic Park's in Japanese, I think the logo gives it away. That's exactly what it is. But Jonathan, no frets. So you got two better movies here. So there you go.
Yeah, Jurassic Park, great movie. Yes. But the only reason why I'm voting Cabin in the Woods is I think Jurassic Park. There are a lot of good movies in 1993. I'll tell you that. So I don't know if Jurassic Park is going to be like a winner there, but Cabin in the Woods is really good. Yeah, this is a tough one. That poster is dope. It's dope. I'll go Cabin in the Woods because of that poster. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Kudos for finding that. That's a great poster.
Yeah.
So, but Jurassic Park is still really good. But I'll go Cabin.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So, Cabin in the Woods. I'm actually going to kind of pull something from Jonathan because I recently looked at his review earlier today for Cabin in the Woods, and on Letterboxd, and I kind of agree with you that it's just it's a very unique take on a horror movie, and that's why I really like it. Because I think it has great performances. And Jurassic Park, people have said so much about Jurassic Park, but I've actually read the book, and it's one of my favorite books of all time. But I'm going to go Cabin in the Woods because it's not one that is brought up here often. So,
yeah. No, I mean, two other movies like that are in my 128. Yeah, because I love Cabin in the Woods. Saw it 3 times opening weekend. Loved it. I just kept going back for the crowd reactions. And yeah, I showed it to a lot of people when it finally came out on Blu-ray. And yeah, we'll see Jurassic Park again literally in the next letter series. So why not? Let's go Cabin in the Woods. And yeah, that poster is sick. And I'm glad I found it. Malcolm.
It's a battle of movies that star New Zealand actors because Sam Neill's in Jurassic Park and Anna Hutchinson's in Cabin in the Woods. I like both of these movies. Like both of these are actually in my 128, so it's actually pretty tough for me. But you know what? I'm going to I remember I'm pretty sure like one Halloween there was actually a stretch where Cabin in the Woods popped up a lot. It hasn't popped up in so much lately, but I'm going to go Cabin in the Woods.
And oddly enough, it'll be on next week as well because it'll be in our Battle of the Chris's tournament because Hemsworth's in that movie, so it'll be there. Richie?
Yeah, I'm purely gonna go because Jurassic Park comes up here a lot, and it is really, really good. It probably comes up here the most out of any other movie, I think, if he ever did that kind of tournament. So I'll go Cabin in the Woods because that poster is dope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well,
I love how everyone's voting purely based on the poster because that is a dope poster. I guess.
Yes.
Well, I want to do more poster tournaments. I want to do another us submitted great poster tournament, and then I want to do the worst posters of all time. I want to pull those as well and do one of the absolute dirt worst posters.
Oh yeah, it's oh man, you'd have to classify what would be allowed because there's some straight to DVD killing movies and such that have horrible posters.
Oh, just bad Photoshop and bad edits and just floating head shit.
I was gonna say just all floating faces once.
Yeah, floating face bullshit, which I hate. All that kind of stuff.
So, man, this is an interesting matchup. Cabin in the Woods was a movie that I remember when I first watched it, I actually didn't like it, and I will admit I didn't get it at first. I didn't understand it. I'm not one of those people who are like, oh, no, don't worry, I got it. No, the first time I watched it, I didn't get it. I didn't get what it was going for. I didn't get the satire, all that kind of stuff. And then it took me a second watch to actually understand all that. And now I actually really love it. Jurassic Park, it's an all-timer for me. It's in my top 25 movies of all time. So I absolutely adore Jurassic Park. The thing that makes this tough is they're both tournament winners already. Because I know Cabin in the Woods won because I remember Austin was like cheering super loud when Cabin in the Woods won a tournament. So I remember that. I was on that episode. But so they're both tournament winners. So I mean, I would have personally still gone with Jurassic Park because I do think it is the better film out of the two, but I still love Cabin in the Woods.
Yep. All right, Cabin in the Woods.
It gets a buy, in my opinion.
Yeah, right. Got the Blues Brothers and the Hobbit: Desolation of Smaug there. So, Zach.
Yeah. So the reason I chose Desolation of Smaug is basically for two reasons. The barrel scene is one of my favorite scenes in the entire franchise. I've just always enjoyed that scene, and the scene with Smaug and Bilbo. I love their back and forth throughout the entire scene. But I also just like the story overall. And then with Blues Brothers, it's just a fun adventure throughout with some great musical numbers. I'm gonna give the slight edge to Hobbit though.
Sure. I don't hate like the Hobbit movies. I just they're not on the level of Lord of the Rings, but they're not bad. But yeah, the Blues Brothers I love, and guess what? It's a dad movie. It'll be in our dad movie tournament, and it's a fun dad movie. Because John Belushi and Aykroyd, my dad and I bonded over that movie, so I'm gonna go with a little Blues Brothers. Malcolm.
Yeah, I like the Blues Brothers. It's a fun comedy. But yeah, I don't think the Hobbit movies are terrible. Like, I think like Peter Jackson did a good job of them, considering he wasn't initially going to direct them, but because of Del Toro dropping out, Peter Jackson had kind of had to step in and all that, and I do think Desolation Smaug is great, and yeah, so you know what, I'm gonna vote the Hobbit.
Richie.
Yeah, I like the Hobbit movies. They're all right. I don't really go back to them. Probably Desolation of Snow is probably the best one, in my opinion. And Blues Brothers is a great film. I think I was introduced to it by Jared as well. Also, we'll probably say it a few times here. It's a dope poster. So I will. Almost reminds me of like the character Bleeding Gums Murphy from The Simpsons. I'll go Blues Brothers.
Yeah. Well.
So I actually own a bladed version of Sting, which is real cool. A real life bladed version. I got this for Christmas, which was like the coolest Christmas gift I've ever gotten, or one of the coolest Christmas gifts I've ever gotten. I am a huge Middle-earth fanboy. And Zach, I hope the Lord of the Rings movies are on your list, at least one of them. I see the Hobbit movies on here, and I think it's kind of would be an interesting, to say the least, list to have the second Hobbit movie, but none of the Lord of the Rings movies. I hope one of the Lord of the Rings movies makes it on this list, but because I haven't seen the list yet. But the Hobbit: Desolation of Smaug was really good. I still enjoy the Hobbit films for what they are. I mean, yes, the Lord of the Rings are better overall stories and everything, but the Hobbit sure should not have been split into 3 movies. Whatever. But still really good. Benedict Cumberbatch's Smaug was really good. And the ending cliffhanger was like perfection for an ending cliffhanger. And Blues Brothers also is really fun. I'm going to lean the Hobbit here, though, because I am a big Middle-earth guy. So,
yeah, Jonathan?
Yeah, I'm with Richie. Smaug is my favorite of the 3. At least it's tolerable. It's fine. It's good. Yeah, Smaug is the best character in the series for me. It's just he's scary. He's intense, and there's some interesting action. It just hooks you. I think this is the one that really hooked you into the Hobbit series. But boy, the Blues Brothers need some damn respect. This is a really good movie. I mean, it's a funny comedy. it goes into like avenues of music. You get some cameos and that are really fun. And it's just a spirited old good time. And I never thought of it as a dad movie, thinking about it. I was like, oh, so,
it's a dad
actually,
movie.
it is a dad movie. Yeah.
100%.
So, yeah, I like it. It just gets you in that musical spirit. It's awesome. So, yeah, I'll give it to Aykroyd, Belushi, and that dope steelbook cover of the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, right.
Looks like one.
All right, Ty to Richie.
Yeah, Blues Brothers.
Blues Brothers. All right, there you go. Okay. All right, moving on down to Bloodsport and Borg versus McEnroe. Oh man, come on! I'm not wearing a shirt of Borg versus McEnroe. I'm wearing my Bloodsport shirt. So no, I think I'm the only other person besides Zach who has Bloodsport in their 128. I love it. It's 80s Van Damme greatness. So easily going Bloodsport here. Malcolm.
My T-shirt of Borg versus McEnroe's in the wash. I mean, I haven't seen it. But wasn't there another Borg movie that came out around the same time with
Battle of the Sexes?
Battle of the Sexes.
It's not a Borg movie, but it is another tennis movie.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I thought there was another Borg McEnroe movie that came out around the same time, but I'm probably wrong there. But yeah, I haven't seen it. It was been on my list for a while, but I also haven't seen Bloodsport. The one I'm probably more interested in is, honestly, I like tennis. So I'm going to go Borg McEnroe.
Reggie?
They should do a crossover where Borg and versus McEnroe settle the differences in Bloodsport. That'd be sick.
They fight like Kumite. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I mean, you know, you call it Josh Barnett, get it to happen in real life. But yeah, yeah, I haven't actually seen Borg versus McEnroe. It comes, you know, I've heard a couple people talk about it. Yeah, I think it did sort of come around the same time as Battle of the Sexes, which I actually do quite like. I think it's underrated. But yeah, so I don't mind tennis. It's just long. It's like it's not a sport. You're like, oh, I'll get into this. Oh, 10. Oh, fuck, 10. The stream's 10 hours. Shit. But yeah, I want to check it out eventually. Yeah, Bloodsport is just fun. Just yeah, one of Van Damme's better. Yeah, just fun movies. So yeah, Bloodsport.
Yeah.
As someone who just recently, I've only been doing it for like a year now, but has just recently been playing tennis and getting into tennis, I can attest that if you play tennis wrong, it can become a blood sport. So this is actually kind of an interesting matchup here. I'm gonna lean here though. I'm gonna lean though Bloodsport. I just think it's a more fun movie. It's a more kind of classic film here. Borg McEnroe is a good movie, but I feel like it needs to have more years set in, especially because it's not the best tennis movie. Like there's still Challengers that tops it and other films like that. So yeah.
Jonathan.
Yeah, I didn't have time to get to Borg versus McEnroe. I started it, but there's some priorities going on, and yeah, but I'll finish it because it was pretty good so far. Bloodsport, yeah, it's a fun movie. It's a fun Kumite movie. It's cheesy 80s Jean-Claude Van Damme excitement. I mean, it's awesome, and yeah, it's not like one of the greatest movies of all time, but it's like a fun movie. It's like one that you could just relax and just have a good old time. So 92 minutes of pure fun. So Bloodsport will get my vote.
Yeah. How's that?
Yeah, so Bloodsport, like Jonathan said, cheesy action movie, but in the best way. And Chong Li, in my opinion, is one of the best villains just because he's not someone you want to mess with. And then with Borg versus McEnroe, I'm a sports fan and I'm a biopic fan, and it's just cool to see the performances and how these two ended up, basically facing one another in real life and what they had to go through. And it's one of my favorite Shia LaBeouf movies, actually tied with another one that's coming up later. So I'm going to give some love to Borg versus McEnroe. So,
all right, go for it too for Blood Sport. All right, going down to Miracle from 2004 and Bumblebee, the Transformers film. So Malcolm.
Yeah, I think Miracle is a really inspirational sports movie. I think it's pretty good. I believe it's the same director as Warrior and The Way Back.
Gavin.
Yeah.
But I think Bumblebee is probably the one of the best live action Transformers movies that we've had. I think it's a lot of fun, so I'm gonna go Bumblebee.
All right, Richard.
Yeah. I haven't actually got around to Miracle. I'll get around to it at some point. It's one of my bigger blind spots. Bumblebee, yeah, I was like, I was definitely tapped out of the Transformers. I'm like, oh, well, this is a different director. It's a spin-off. We'll give it a shot. And yeah, it's definitely a welcome change. It's very, ode to the 80s, and it's very, and I think, I think, Haley Steinfeld is a really good performance. I think John Cena is really, I'm biased wrestling fan, but I think he's good in the movie. I think it's a good time. It's got a heart, got humor, and I think it still is, the best Transformers we've got on screen. I mean, it might rival the first Transformers is alright, but beyond that, it's probably the best Transformers one we got. I'm sure they'll keep trying though. So I'll go Bumblebee.
Oh.
So I have seen Miracle, but it was a long time ago. So I gotta go back to that one and rewatch it again soon. Because I just remember scenes here and there. Bumblebee, though, I have seen more recent. I'm a huge Transformers fan, from the animated stuff to the first live action Michael Bay film, stuff like that. I am a fan of that. Like I grew up with Transformers, so Bumblebee, when it came out, it was a very different type of film from what we've seen in this franchise, but I felt that was a welcomed change. It felt a lot like Iron Giant, basically. So it was like an Iron Giant live action, which was really nice. And I'm biased for Haley Steinfeld, obviously. So, but yeah, I think she was great in this. John Cena was really good, and I mean, the visual effects in all these Transformers movies, man. I was watching one of the Transformers movies, in a hotel, and it was in Spanish. It was weird, but it was like playing, and I was talking to my friend while I was playing in the hotel room. I was like, it was Transformers the last night, so like obviously it sucks. And I was like, while this movie sucks, every single Transformers movie, Bumblebee's included, I am always convinced that they actually got giant robots to fight each other. Like straight up. I don't think any of it's CG. I think they straight up got giant robots to fight each other. They look incredible, and that's the same way with Bumblebee. So, I'm gonna go Bumblebee here.
All right, Jonathan.
Yes, Bumblebee. I've only seen it the one time. I'll be honest, I was getting Transformers out, and after that last night experience, was it the last night after or before? Because it was before.
I think it was before.
Yeah,
before
2017, and then Bumblebee was 2018 or 19. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was like the last night. I couldn't take it anymore, and Bumblebee. I think I just need to give it another shot. But Miracle, I love. Miracle's a great hockey movie. Just the outcome, but despite knowing the outcome, you're just rooting for the USA to win against all these teams, including the Soviet Union in 1980. So, and Kurt Russell gives a terrific performance as Coach Herb Brooks. Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite Disney live action movies, sports movies. So, Miracle, we'll give my vote.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, Bumblebee to me is what I think is the best Transformers live action movie. because I think it has a lot of heart and a good story. But Miracle is my favorite Kurt Russell movie and is a top 3 sports movie for me. So Miracle.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Miracle here. I'm still tapped out on the Transformers movies. Like I didn't even like Transformers 1, so I'm just
I wasn't a fan of that either, to be honest.
I'm done with all this shit. I didn't even watch that one with the last one, the Beast one, where I didn't give a shit. So, I've been burned.
Oh, Rise of the Beast.
What about Transformers 1?
Transformers 1 sucked. I didn't like it. It's for 5-year-olds. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
It's for ADD 5-year-olds. I didn't like it. So sorry, I'm tapped out. No more. You're not going to trick me anymore. So Miracle. But it's the Tide of Wolf.
Because this is Zach's list, and I feel like
you vote how you want.
I know, but I'm just saying I don't feel like I'm not going to hold Bumblebee to such high regard. And to be fair, it's been such a long time since I've seen Miracle that if I've seen Miracle, I probably would maybe like it more. I am going to say I am going to switch it to Miracle.
All right, so Miracle. All right, going down to the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Oh,
and Hidalgo. All right, Richie, have fun.
This is a little weird matchup. It's very similar posters in a way, though. You know what I mean? Like loading heads. And I think I may have seen Hidalgo once. It's probably the better film. But maybe League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, I think, just sits with me more because of how intriguingly what a misfire it was. It's like I kind of want this is the type of movie I want to be remade because it's like there's great material here. Just I want someone to utilize it. So yeah, just because it's set with me more doesn't mean it's good. I'll go League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
I'm totally calling that movie Liga now because that's what it says on the poster. Is Liga.
Der Liga der Ashwan Gentlemen.
Wow, well done, Austin.
Oh my god,
my dad has a master's in German, so I at least mostly know how to pronounce stuff.
Well done.
Nice. So fun fact about League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, right? Sean Connery was initially supposed to be our Gandalf in Lord of the Rings, and he actually turned down playing the role of Gandalf so he could do League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. He wanted to end his career on a sour note rather than on a high note. That's okay then.
He talked about that afterwards. He did regret it.
Yeah. And Hidalgo, I've seen it one time. It's been a long, long time since I've seen either of these movies. But regardless, this is basically the matchup of what is Miracle gonna beat. So I guess Miracle will beat Hidalgo. There you go.
Jonathan.
Okay. Hidalgo. I saw it for his 64, and it's a fart in the wind. I don't remember it that much. All I know is just there was a race for a lot of money. He has to rescue a girl. That's it. So I don't remember much about it. And League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, it is a bad movie, but I mean, Richie's right. I'm actually agreeing with Richie tonight a lot. It really sits with you despite how bad it is. Yeah, it's going to lose to Miracle anyway. So I'll just put the Liga der... okay, well, I can't read it in those letters there. So I'll go with League of Extraordinary Gentlemen just because.
Yeah, so first with Hidalgo, it is kind of it's a race movie, and I've always enjoyed the race aspect of it, and I think Viggo Mortensen is good in it. And I've always said this about League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and I don't know if anybody will agree. I consider it to be like the Avengers before the Avengers because some of them have actual powers, and it's like it loosely the Avengers, but I'm gonna give it to League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I enjoy it a little bit more. So
Yeah, I fell asleep during Hidalgo, so League. Malcolm.
I was just going to say, I like Jonathan's German reminds me of Conan O'Brien trying to do German. League of Iron Demon Schnitzel.
Yeah.
No, it's just the little letter. The letters are too small.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Hidalgo, but I have a lot of fun with League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Like, look, it's fun in a gritty pleasure way. Like, well, yeah, it's ridiculous, but it's ridiculous fun. So, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Sure. All right, here we go. Going on down to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and The Greatest Showman. So it's on Wolf.
Interesting. So I actually was listening to a Greatest Showman song today, actually. So kind of ironic that this is a matchup. Yeah, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, really fun, kind of wacky, great comedy with Alice Winter and Keanu Reeves, both delivering really fun performances here. And Greatest Showman, I think, is very underrated. One of the best musicals I've seen in recently. It's got some great songs in there, great cast of people in there, and it was actually one of my birthday movies. It came out on my birthday, and I got to see that in the theater for my birthday, and it was a lot of fun seeing it in that format. And I even got to see the sing-along edition. That was my first sing-along movie I ever saw in the theater, so that was kind of interesting. But
I've never seen a sing-along movie at all.
It was jam-packed. I mean, jam-packed. And it was people going, oh, and then everyone's stomping like, and I was like, what is happening? I was like, what? It was insane. I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. But yeah. I don't feel like it comes up on these tournaments enough. So because of that, I am actually going to go to The Greatest Showman. I think that I've seen that film more times. I actually really enjoy it a lot. So yeah, I'm going to say The Greatest Showman.
John?
Okay, I don't mind The Greatest Showman, actually. I think it's a good time despite its inaccuracies. But no, it does what it says to. It does what it does to accomplish there. So it's a good time. Whereas Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, actually, I watched it for the first time in a very long time last year, and I forgot how fun and straightforward and poignant this movie was. It's just, I just smile throughout the film. Socrates, whoa! I mean, it's a lot of imaginative fun, and probably the best use of a presentation I've ever seen in the third act. I mean, it's great, and yeah, it's an awesome time. Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter just have a good time. They do have a good time. So I'm gonna go Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and for George Carlin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sir.
It's I have a very interesting adventure with Greatest Showman because I really enjoyed it when I saw it in theaters, and then when you read the history of P.T. Barnum, it soured it, and then I realized it's like I'll like it just for what it is. So I got back to loving it again, and it has some good musical numbers, but like Jonathan said, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is just fun, and I have such a great time watching it every time I do. So Bill and Ted.
Yeah, and I'm going to go with Bill and Ted because they play the worst song from The Greatest Showman at my work every day, that Rewrite the Stars song. So fuck that movie, Bill and Ted.
That always played at my work too.
That song sucks.
Rewrite the Stars.
Yeah, that song's terrible. Malcolm?
Yeah, I like The Greatest Showman as well. Those ones, like, I don't care too much about the inaccuracies. Like, because if they were going for like a really true story about P.T. Barnum, then it would bother me that they would go that hyper on the opposite side of it. But because, like, I don't think they ever said like it's exactly what happened. Because who wants to see music about Hugh Jackman being mean to people? But yeah, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is just excellent. So I'll also give some love to The Greatest Showman, though. Greatest Showman.
Whoa.
Right.
Yeah, I think Greatest Showman's all right. Yeah, it does gloss over the fact that P.D. Barnum's a shitty person. But, if you watch it for what it is, it's all right. We actually spun it on Wheel of Movies, but we spun away from it because I think it was right before, after we did a musical. I can't remember what it was.
We just did Grease. We didn't want to do another musical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's still on the wheel. Just didn't. Not going to do it straight. We didn't want to do back to back. So yeah, but out of the two, I would rather rewatch Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I think it's it's a fun time, and I think all three of the movies sort of make you smile. But yeah, I think it's definitely my second favorite. I'm one of those ones I like Bogus Journey, but I do like Excellent Adventure a lot. And I think it's just fun hanging out with these guys. So yeah, Bill and Ted.
All right, we have another tie. Jonathan.
No, it's 4-2 for Bill and Ted.
Oh, is it 4-2? I thought Malcolm. He
said Greatest Showman.
But I thought Wolf and Zach also said Greatest Showman.
Yeah, I said Greatest Showman, and then
I said Bill and Ted.
Oh, I thought you said Greatest Showman, Zach. Sorry, I could have sworn you said that. All right, but Bill and Ted. All right, going down to Captain America: The First Avenger and Apollo 13. Jonathan.
America. Yeah. So yeah, The First Avenger, it's a good movie. It's a good entry to the trilogy, the best trilogy of the MCU. And it's just a very interesting origin story, kind of a sad one in the end, but let's say Endgame took care of Captain America's arc. Let's just put it that way. But Apollo 13, I really like. The story. It's a true story about trying to get the Apollo 13 crew on its way back home after a malfunction. And it's just an intense ride from director Ron Howard and a great cast. So I'll go Apollo 13.
Yeah. Zach?
Yes. So Captain America: The First Avenger is one of my favorite MCU movies, and I think it's a good origin movie. Apollo 13 is my favorite Tom Hanks movie. And I really enjoy the story and the cast and all that. So Apollo 13.
Yeah. Both really good. I actually think the first Captain America is kind of underrated. But you know what? Apollo 13 has Bill Paxton in it, so it's my vote. Michael?
I like Captain America: The First Avenger. I do agree that it's underrated, but Apollo 13 is just a great movie. Apollo 13.
Yeah. Richie?
I think Captain America: First Avenger is pretty good. I think that it's got one of the best villains still in the MCU. Red Skull is great. I think Hugo Weaving is great as Red Skull. I think Apollo 13, it's a great film. But I'll go Captain America again.
Sure. Wolf?
I think Captain America: The First Avenger might be the most underrated of the MCU for me. I think it's a really profound origin story, really great with great performances, great villain. Apollo 13 is a classic. The effects are great. The performances are all fantastic. So, there's a reason why it was nominated for Best Picture that year. It's absolutely deserved. I'll go Apollo 13.
Apollo 13. All right, there we go.
I'm not liking that matchup coming up.
Glory Road and 47 meters down. Zach.
So I'm gonna give you a hot take, Austin.
Don't you dare say 47 meters down is better than Jaws.
I like it more than Jaws.
All right.
All right, so Zach's episode is over. We'll see you next time on the Movie Hero Network.
We're having technical difficulties.
I think StreamYard's a little screwed up right now.
I like the thrills in it, and I just it puts you on the edge of your seat.
Wow.
So does Jaws.
Jaws does that too. I just also just rewatching it. It brought me those feelings again. But Glory Road is in my top 5 movies of all time, so Glory Road was going to get my vote.
Wow.
Zach just said what he said. My reaction was,
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
no, just for that take, I'm voting Glory Road. I don't have anything to do with 47 meters down anymore. And I like it. And I like shark movies, but Jesus, no. And Glory Road I haven't seen since I saw it on a treadmill in like 2009. But, you know, it was a perfectly fine treadmill movie. But, yeah, no, just for that take, no. I want nothing to do with 47 meters down.
I'm sorry, Zach, but probably the most notorious hot take I've ever heard. I'm sorry. But, wow.
Like if you would have we still would have maybe laughed, but if you would have said something like The Shallows or something, maybe we wouldn't have been as mad. But it's like
maybe not, but
like
I
don't know.
Malcolm.
I haven't seen 47 meters down, so I'm going to go good Glory Road.
Richie.
Yeah, I don't like. I think The Shallows is better than 47 Minutes Down. So that's the thing. I think to even compare it to like being Jaws is, yeah. No, I mean,
well,
look,
I also haven't seen The Shallows yet, so
it's all right.
I'll give it this. It's better than Shark Night. And
we're doing that for a monthly mistake next month.
Yes, we are. We're actually going to be doing Shark Night 3D. So there's.
Is it because of Shark Week or summer? Or?
Well, we're just like we did the 2 shitty Jaws movies, so we might as well just keep going with bad shark movies. So that's what we decided. So we'll do that. We'll do we talked about doing Shark Attack 3 Megalodon with that infamous, take you back to the apartment line.
I've seen that. I saw that.
Yeah, we might do that next year. Yeah, we might have to.
Lorenzo Lamas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it was good enough to make a sequel, was it? Like,
Uncaged.
Uncaged or something. Yeah. Yeah. But it's better than what was that Deep Water? What was that Deep Water one where nothing happens?
Dark water? Oh, deep. Wait,
the black
open water. Open water.
Open water sucks. Yes. But yeah, Glory Road. I've seen much. I like basketball, so Glory Road.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to process this right now. Glory Road, I've not seen it, so I can't really say anything on that. But 47 meters down, man. All right, so 47 meters down on Caged definitely sucks. The sequel. If you would have had the sequel on here and not this, I would have. Okay.
I haven't seen the sequel.
Good. And also, don't watch Shark Night because I'm worried now. You might say that's better than Jaws. I don't want that to happen. No. But no. 47 meters down is a movie that is interesting for me because the first 25 to 30 minutes of this movie are goddamn atrocious. I wanted to rip the hairs out of the annoying bitches. I couldn't stand them. They were just annoying and they were just constantly bragging about their girl issues. And I'm like, I don't fucking care. No. Okay, I'm sorry. What is going on here? Just give me the shark shit and all that. And then eventually they go down underwater and it's 30 minutes in the film. And then I'm like, okay, is it something interesting going to happen? And finally it does. And I will give it granted. I was engaged from then on out. But those first 30 minutes, I straight up was about to turn it off and was like, I don't know if I can handle this anymore. This is just god awful. But it made up for it later. So because of that, making it up for it later, I'll still go 47 meters down. But not by a high margin, and Jaws is better.
All right, Jonathan.
I'm still processing that statement. I need that statement to I need some seconds to have that statement waft over me. So, Glory Road. Let's move on.
yeah. All right. All right. Got Speed and the greatest game ever played. So me, the greatest game ever played. It's fine. Again, it's again one of the better Shia LaBeouf movies. I don't. They really try hard to make a golf game exciting, so I at least applaud them for that. But I'll go Speed because I have a T-shirt of Speed. I don't have a T-shirt of the greatest game ever played.
They even make
I'm sure. Look. T Public has everything. They probably have one. I don't know. I'll look it up.
It would be a nice shirt, though. It would be nice.
Yeah. You can get one designed. It's easy.
You submit one to T Public, they'll make it for you. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You could, this is probably one of the most opposite matchups ever. Because golf is not one of the fastest sports ever.
Golf is not known for speed. Yeah.
Golf back is speed.
I don't think I've seen the greatest game ever played. So I'm gonna go Speed.
Although I would like to see a golf game played with like a time limit, like you have to run to the next, you gotta like run after you hit it, you gotta run and try to hit it as quickly as possible. Like you gotta try to get it in the hole within like 2 minutes, or you lose.
Or you die.
That would be like a saw trap or something. You have to get it in the hole.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. A golf.
No, there were these guys this guy called an Opie Anthony one time said him and his college buddies invented full contact golf. That's sounded really fun. Where like guys are trying to tackle you while you're driving and stuff. Like that sounds pretty fun. And then you have people defending you. That sounds great.
You're like literally like racing, racing to the golf on the golf cart. That sounds fun.
Yeah,
sounds like a movie Broken Lizard would do.
Yeah, right.
But I haven't seen the greatest game ever played because it's. Because it's golf, I think it's lying to you. That's mismarketing. That's not the greatest game. But speed is speed's great. Speed's classic, it's definitely been duplicated over the years too. So like how everything's a Die Hard ripoff. There's a lot of Speed ripoffs here too. So I'll go Speed.
All
right. So actually, interesting you should bring that up because actually I have a friend who's in a game class and he's developing a sports simulator game. Basically, you can just do whatever you want. You could play fast golf if you want, or you could run up to the kids playing tennis and beat them with a golf club. You can do whatever the hell you want. It's like wild. I was like, oh, okay, this is fun. But yeah, greatest game ever played. It's the same. I haven't seen it in a while. Golf is the most boring game ever played, though, so it's kind of a funny play on words for me. Speed is one that I haven't seen in a while, but I do really love the film. It's that weird thing where I own the 4K of this movie, and it was on my shelf. I swear I never touched it, and then now it's disappeared. I don't know what has happened to it. It's weird. It's like can't find it anywhere. So I'm gonna have to buy another 4K of that movie. It sucks, but yeah, Speed is really fun. So I'm gonna go Speed.
Jonathan.
Dun 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 dun. Yeah, that's the score for the greatest game ever played. No. No.
You could try, but you have to speed up that movie by like 3 times and put the score on it. Yeah.
No, but the greatest game ever played is it's not one of my favorite Disney movies. It's a slow movie. Bill Paxton does what he can with his direction, with some POV shots of the golf ball going into down the golf course, but and Shia LaBeouf looked angry in this movie. I don't know why. Just didn't do it for me. But Speed rocks. Speed kills. Speed is awesome. Keanu Reeves gives a great performance, along with Dennis Hopper. He got a lot of love for 1994. Hopper and Sandra Bullock and Jeff Daniels. So I'm gonna vote for The Bus That Couldn't Slow Down.
So just like with Borg vs. Macro, Greatest Game Ever Played is one of my other favorite Shia LaBeouf performances. Both movies got me interested in a sport that I don't actually watch, but it got me intrigued. And I like Speed, but I'm going to give some love to Greatest Game Ever Played.
Sure. All right, we'll speed. All right, a couple more on this side. We'll speed through these. LA Confidential and Sunshine. Malcolm.
I like LA Confidential. I do think it's a good movie. But I think I have a lot of fun with Sunshine. I think it's really good and a good Chris Evans movie. So I'm gonna go Sunshine.
Yeah, another one we'll see on the Battle of the Chris's. Sunshine. Richie.
Yeah, Sunshine. I think Sunshine is a underrated Danny Boyle movie. But yeah, I think LA Confidential is just better, and it's still a fantastic movie that holds up. So LA Confidential.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is interesting. Sunshine, the first 2/3 of the movie are like a 9 out of 10 for me. I think they are excellent. The first 2/3 of the movie of this movie are, and then the third act comes, and it kind of takes it down for me. Unfortunately, I haven't seen it in a while. Maybe that will change again, but the third act is what really takes this movie down for me. LA Confidential is an excellent film through and through, from the first act to the third act. So I'm going to go LA Confidential.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say about Sunshine. I thought Sunshine is like probably one of the best space movies ever made for the first 2/3 of the film. It's just wondrous. It's awesome to look at, spectacular. A great cast. A lot of the cast now. Well, actually, I think 2 people are Oscar winners now: Cillian Murphy and Michelle Yeoh. So good for them for the Sunshine.
But you also have like Hiroyuki Sanada in there. You have people that like kind of before they were like kind of blown up and famous. Like
yeah,
Rose Byrne, who wasn't that well known back then.
Rose Byrne, yeah. And Cliff Curtis. Yeah, Cliff Curtis. One of Malcolm's favorite actors. So yeah, it's a great crew. Actually, I buy this crew as like a real crew in space. So it's a really good cast. But yeah, that last third with Mark Strong, just I don't know. It felt like a different movie to me, and it kind of bogged it down a little bit. Not as much, but Sunshine is really good. But I mean, LA Confidential. It's an excellent movie. I was gonna go up to Sunshine, but Wolf brought up the third act, and yeah, the third act was, it's okay. But so I'm gonna go LA Confidential.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so I actually saw Sunshine for the first time last year, and I was intrigued, and I enjoyed the story, and I enjoyed the performances. Fun fact: I actually didn't see LA Confidential until I think like February of this year. That was the first time I ever saw it. And it hooked me from the beginning, and it kept me hooked the entire time with this amazing story and these great performances. I'm going LA Confidential.
Yeah, I'm kind of similar to Zach. I didn't watch it about 2 years ago, and it was one of the best like first time watches of that year. When I watched it, it's great. So yeah, it's teetering around my 128 now, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'll go LA Confidential. All right. On this side, we got Almost Famous and Creed. Richie.
Yeah, I don't know. Almost Famous pops up here a bit, obviously with Steven and Cavell's too, and I think it's good. I just don't have the love for it. Other people seem to. It's fine, but Creed blew me when I first saw it. I was like, because it was like, the first sort of different take over, Rocky franchise in a while. And I think Ryan Coogler and Michael Jordan did a great job. And I think started off a really decent franchise here. And I think pretty sure they're still isn't dead. I think they're doing other stuff as far as I know. I think that there's talk about it. So
Creed 4: The Return of Jonathan Majors. No,
Yeah.
they're not happening. Okay.
I don't know. Creed is a great film. Yes, solid acting, and Sylvester Stallone delivers a really really good performance. That he probably should have won the supporting Oscar for. So I'll go Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Richie. He should have won supporting Oscar for Creed. I think this is excellent film. Maybe my favorite Ryan. Maybe my favorite Ryan Coogler. It's between that or Fruitvale Station, but I really like Creed a lot. Almost Famous though is in my top 20 films of all time. Period. It's like number 19, I think, on my list. I adore Almost Famous. I think all the performances here, from Frances McDormand to Kay Hudson to everyone here, is just excellent. And Philip Seymour Hoffman's great. He's a scenes he's in, and this has the greatest film soundtrack of all time for me. Like, period. I think this just, there's no other soundtrack in movies better than Almost Famous for me. And as someone whose second biggest passion is music, right behind movies and television and such, I was taken aback by Almost Famous and absolutely adore it. So yeah, Almost Famous gets my vote.
Sure.
Yes, Creed. This is a great matchup, but Creed, it is a terrific movie from Ryan Coogler. Just taking this vision of filmmaking and taking it to a next level for this Rocky franchise. There's some superb filmmaking, including that one shot with the fight, and great performances all around from Michael B. Jordan, Tessa Thompson, and Sylvester Stallone. But Almost Famous, I describe this movie as magical filmmaking, and it has some magic in that movie that is out of the blue for me, like that tiny dancer sequence. And it's a love letter to music, journalism, family, and life itself. And it's a great movie. I think it's like one of the comfort film movies from Cameron Crowe. And yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman. Yeah, that monologue. Wow, great monologue there. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to Almost Famous.
Yeah. Zach?
Yeah, so Creed is actually my favorite in the entire Rocky and Creed franchise. I actually would have liked to see, and it might have been hard, I would have liked to see Michael B. Jordan maybe get nominated and lead actor for that, but it was probably a stacked year. But Almost Famous is in my top 5 favorite movies of all time. I love the performances. I love the story. It draws you in, and it just keeps you entertained the entire time. So Almost Famous.
Yeah, fairly easy for me. I'm not as high on Almost Famous either. The only part I kind of perked up for was, oddly enough, the Jimmy Fallon part when he comes into the movie. So I'm gonna go Creed. Malcolm?
Yeah, I like Almost Famous. I do think it's great. But I think Creed is amazing. I really enjoy it. And I don't know so much about if Creed 4 is still on the roots, but I know they're working on a TV series called Delphi, based around that gym that he trains at. I'm gonna go Creed.
All right, so it's on the tie this time, Jonathan.
Not a conundrum, but I'll go Almost Famous.
Okay. All right, Almost Famous. How to Train Your Dragon and Charlie's Angels.
Alrighty, only alternative
fights. Whole family, man, and only alternative fights.
That's right, Wolf.
Yeah. So hey, Charlie's Angels is way better than the Kristen Stewart, like modern Charlie's Angels they try to do. I can actually have fun with this one. This is the one that had Sam Rockwell in it, right? Too.
Yep.
Yeah, he's an absolute blast in this film, and yeah, it's just he's having a great time. Cameron Diaz's having a great time. The whole cast is. But How to Train Your Dragon. I mean, it's hard to believe it's 15 years old this year. Holy shit! But it's yeah, we are. But yeah, and I grew up with that movie. But yeah, How to Train Your Dragon is just absolutely insane. just that's that all. But it's such a good movie. It's so heartwarming. It's so the score, the do 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 do. I love that score. So yeah, there you go. I don't know how I feel about the remake. It literally just looks like a rehash of the
I
original.
don't know now. Yeah. I don't know.
It literally just looks straight up like a rehash. But
it's like DreamWorks is taking the page out of Disney. It's like, let's just do the same movie and just see if we make money.
Okay.
Can't wait for a live action Kung Fu Panda. That'd be fucking weird.
For this matchup, I am gonna go How to Train Your Dragon. That's actually one of the few trilogies I think is like very underrated. That trilogy goes up there with like some of the best trilogies for me.
Yeah. Jonathan?
Yeah, this Charlie's Angels, this is the only good movie for me. I like this is a fun reiteration of the TV series. And yeah, you buy the camaraderie between Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and Lucy Liu. They're having a kick-ass time alongside Bill Murray, which, yeah, the relationship between Bill Murray and Lucy Liu, it was ugly behind the scenes. But against Sam Rockwell, I mean, it's awesome. And Tim Curry for a little bit in the movie. But How to Train Your Dragon, it soars with great imagination. And it has some dazzling animation, like some of the best uses of it I've ever seen. I heard that Roger Deakins had a help in it, just making it glow, and it's great. And that romantic flight sequence, like one of the most beautiful scenes I've ever seen in animation. So, yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how it goes with this live action How to Train Your Dragon. I heard Lilo and Stitch is pretty good though, the live action one. So, but I'll go How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah. What you say?
Yeah. So it's funny because I'm not a Cameron Diaz fan, but
great timing.
But the good thing with this one is that she's not by herself in this one, so she has other people to. I actually like Drew Barrymore and Lucy Liu, and I like the action and the comedy in this.
She's not.
But How to Train Your Dragon is a great trilogy, and I think this is a great start to it. I am looking forward to the live action one, and I live an hour away from Universal, and I've been to the new How to Train Your Dragon land. So I'm going to give it to How to Train Your Dragon.
She's not by herself.
She's not by herself. Is she by herself in any movie?
Well, like
I don't understand it, to be honest.
Well, like Bad Teacher, she's like the focus. Like, so there's movies where she's the focus, and it's just like not a fan of that.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
I see. Okay, all right.
She's not that
I don't remember being by herself in Gangs of New York or The Mask.
So it's not like
Mary.
I don't know, like a like a John Cho searching situation where it's just him basically.
Yeah, that would be Zach's worst nightmare. Is like the third searching movie is just her in front of the laptop the whole time. I guess, right? I'll go How to Train Your Dragon. Charlie's Angels is fine. Malcolm. It's fine.
From what I heard from people who saw How to Train Your Dragon at CinemaCon, that they were raving about it. There's no Coy Jandreau really enjoys it, and he likes the animated ones just as much. And it also gave me hope that it is the same director as the animated one. So it's like if anyone's going to treat it well, it's going to be the same guy. Yeah, so I'm definitely intrigued by it. But yeah, I really enjoy Charlie's Angels. I think it's a lot of fun. So you know what, Charlie's Angels is getting my vote here.
Is Gerard Butler the only one from the original one, like playing his live counterpart?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so too, yeah.
I mean, I would say at least they kept him because I was like, that you got to keep him at least, right? Like he still works in the live action version.
If it works out, if it does well, box office wise, obviously you have to bring back Kate Blanchett as the mom. That would win.
Yeah, the Jay Baruchel is actually too old to play a part.
No way. No way.
I mean, I think they're already working on the second one already. Like they've already greenlit the second live action remake.
Yeah, bring back Kate Blanchett. Why not?
I hit Toothless is actually playing Toothless.
Yeah. Yeah, Richie.
Yeah, you've already come to you got the right panel for this one in regards to Charlie's Angels, because it's like one of my biggest sort of I wouldn't say guilty pleasure because it got like decent reviews upon coming out, but it's like not like it's not fantastic, but it's like just a lot of fun. And I Drew Barrymore was like my first crush, and she's so hot in this movie. And yeah, it's just got a good cast too. Like Crispin Glover's in this movie too. Being, I think he's just playing Crispin Glover. He's a creepy dude. Yeah. So it's just cheesy, dumb fun, and yeah, it's something I go back to it quite a bit. And How to Train Your Dragon is good. It's good. Yeah, I don't have the affinity to it that some others do, and yeah, I'm not like clamoring to see the remake, but obviously I'll watch it. The only thing that comes out this week is Lilo and Stitch, so it's like it's gonna feel weird.
Mission
like,
Impossible.
Oh well, no. Well, it came out here last week. It came out here last week.
It's gonna be a giant weekend for us over here. Yeah, it's both.
I see Mission Impossible. I won't say anything. But yeah, so it's only Lilo and Stitch this week, so it's going to feel weird, like just families and kids and a 35-year-old dude just sitting there by himself. But anyway, I'll watch it. But yeah, I'll go Charlie's Angels here because I don't know, it's fun and it doesn't come up here that often.
Hey Richie, you want to guess the RT score? One guess. Want to guess?
Of
Charlie's Angels.
In the 52.
68.
Oh. Yeah, one more.
Master and Commander and Happy Gilmore. I think is the final one on this side. So yeah, that's another only option.
I think Happy Gilmore go against the greatest game ever played.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Jonathan.
Okay, Happy Gilmore. Yeah, it's a funny comedy. It is one of my top tier Adam Sandler comedies. He does play an angry, frustrated hockey player turned golfer. Yeah, you just laugh. You laugh at his shenanigans. Master and Commander. Yeah, I watched this a few times back in the mid 2000s, and I remember really liking this movie. It's a really epic adventure that we do not see as often anymore. And yes, around that time with Pirates and Master and Commander, being good hits. I think in the same year too. And yeah, it's a good time. Happy Gilmore comes up a lot, so I'm gonna go Master and Commander. I'll champion that one.
Sure.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore is my favorite Adam Sandler movie, but we do see it a lot here. And Master and Commander is just a great adventure and a amazing performance from Russell Crowe. So Master and Commander.
You can find Master and Commander in our dad movie tournament coming up in a couple of weeks because that's also a dad movie.
That's a dad movie.
Yeah, that's a dad movie. Yes. So you know what? I'll vote for the dad movie since I'll be hosting that episode. I'll go Master and Commander.
That's a dad.
I'll go.
Yeah, I think if I remember rightly, Jordan's not a fan of Master and Commander.
He's not a fan of a couple of movies in this one, which is why they could go far in these tournaments.
Yeah.
Tonight, he's not here.
I voted for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Master and Commander. I'm not overly in love with it, but just because Happy Gilmore does come up a lot, I'm going to vote Master and Commander.
All right, Richie.
Yeah, this is going to be my thought process as well. That while maybe between the two, I like Happy Gilmore more. Master and Commander is good, and we have more of a chance of getting it through because Jordan's not here. So, but why not take the opportunity and Master and Commander go through, and then you can have one about it later.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Master and Commander was nominated the year of Return of the King, right? I think so.
For what?
For Best Picture. I thought it was.
No.
I didn't think it was nominated for Best Picture. Was it?
I'm trying to remember.
I'll come back to you on that, but go ahead.
Okay, go on, because I'm curious. So I was like, yeah, there's a reason why it lost because of against Return of the King. But yeah, Happy Gilmore. While it makes me definitely happy, I'll say Master and Commander because
I've been wanting to do you for a while, so
I have something better than the booing now because it gave me an idea.
Oh, okay.
I played that to a friend once when he was bombing on stage just because I was just to be a troll. I found played on the speaker.
It just reminded me of Space Jam.
Yeah.
You know, Daffy Duck entering the basketball court.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, come on.
But yeah, Master and Commander is a really great movie still. So, and we don't see it on here a lot. So I will go Master and Commander.
And it was nominated for Best Picture that year.
Yeah, so it deserved to lose. I'm sorry, I loved it, but Return of the King was like, oh no.
All right, let's speed it up on this other side. We've gone a little long on this side, so let's speed it up on the other side here. All right, and let's see what else we got. All right, okay. Start with The Thing and Rock of Ages.
Oh God, come on!
Do we even have to vote this round? Like,
well, let Zach at least put his thoughts out there, and
Well,
then we'll just
I mean, it was going to be an easy vote for me, but I really like Rock of Ages. I love 80s rock, and I think everybody does a great performance, especially Tom Cruise, who actually does his own singing in the movie. But The Thing is my favorite horror movie of all time, and it's in my top 10 movies of all time, so The Thing was going to get my vote.
Oh, cool. We'll get our votes too. Excellent. All right.
Yeah.
and I found that kick-ass poster. There's a lot of cool Thing posters, actually. I've pulled a few.
Yeah.
There's some shit out there. Yeah. All right. We've got Poseidon and the River
water
Wild.
matchup.
Water
everywhere. Zach?
Yes. So we had the original on part 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoy both movies equally. Poseidon has people like Richard Dreyfuss and Kurt Russell, who I have liked their performances. But I actually saw The River Wild for the first time last year, and I really enjoyed it. The performances, the thrilling aspect of it, the adventure. I'm going to go with The River Wild.
Yeah, I'm not over the moon about or over the waves about either one of these. See what I did there? Let's again, I like Kurt. We'll have a Kurt Russell matchup if we put Poseidon through. So let's do Poseidon. All right, welcome.
I still haven't seen The River Wild since last week. But I do really enjoy Poseidon. I do have a lot of fun with it. So Poseidon.
Okay. Yeah, Richie.
Yeah. I'll quickly. I'll go. Take a phone call after this, but only be 5 minutes. I'll go Poseidon because I've seen it. I'm not a huge fan, but I haven't seen The River Wild, so go Poseidon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not wild about either of these, but I will say Poseidon here.
I'll at least give him that one. That's fine. I wasn't as offended by that one. Jonathan.
Okay. The River Wild. Yeah, I watched it recently from 1994. That was all right. I thought it was an all right movie. I think that third act takes way too long to wrap up. So I mean, I was like, I think you kind of got it. Even though I kind of, you could feel the the fun while they're rafting around. And Kevin Bacon does give a menacing performance. Poseidon, it's okay. So yeah, I'm not crazy about either one of these. It's going to lose to The Thing. So I'll give it to The River Wild.
Okay, but I think it'll be Poseidon actually. So we'll get a Kurt Russell matchup next round.
Oh yeah,
yeah, there you go. So we got Olympus Has Fallen. I think that's a Croatian poster I found. It's like Olympus Kutu or something. Yeah,
Olympus Kutu.
Yeah, or it might be in Africa. I don't know. Some poster. I found a couple of them that look like that. And Star Trek 09. So me, I like both these movies a lot. I'm a big fan of that 09 Star Trek. But Olympus Has Fallen, Zach, is also in my 128. I think that movie kicks ass. So I'll go Olympus Has Fallen.
Wow, did not know that.
That movie fucking rocks. It's the best. That's the best Die Hard movie of the 2010s. I've always said that.
Oh, I agree. I agree on
So,
that.
yeah, Malcolm.
So Star Trek Unknown is probably next week's Battle of the Christmas as well.
Yeah, it sure is.
I do really like Star Trek 09, but once again, Jordan's not here, and I'll go over Olympus Has Fallen.
Really, he's not a fan of that movie.
Well, he just thinks White House Down is better.
he prefers White House.
I don't understand that at all. That
He's one of those people.
Yeah. Roland Emmerich, I don't think has made a good movie in like 20 years. So I don't know.
There's
yeah.
pockets of fun in White House Down. But,
yeah. All right. Richie stepped away from Edward Wolf. Go ahead.
Yeah. They both came out the same year. Olympus Has Fallen, White House Down. But Olympus Has Fallen was vastly superior to me. I think that was a really entertaining and fun action film. Star Trek 2009 was a really great Star Trek film. I think it brought the franchise back and made it for some people maybe even better than some other Star Trek movies that were out before that. So I'm gonna lean Star Trek. I think I think J.J. Abrams did a really good job. He did much better with Star Trek than he did Star Wars. So
yeah. Jonathan?
Yes, I do agree that Olympus Has Fallen is the better of the two Die Hard ripoffs involving the White House. Olympus Has Fallen has that edginess that the White House Down is missing. Obviously, because White House Down was rated PG-13, and you can't have that much blood in PG-13 movies. Whereas this one is like really bloody. Like, oh my god, that attack! Woo-wee! Like, man, if it were the 80s, you would have a lot of squibs. But no, Olympus Has Fallen is really fun. But Star Trek, this was an out of the blue surprise. I thought it was gonna be because I'm a Star Trek fan, but Star Trek is definitely one of the best Star Trek movies. Yeah, it is a close call, but I'll go Star Trek.
Yeah. Zach?
Yeah, Olympus Has Fallen is an intense action movie, and I think it definitely pulls you in. Fun fact, Star Trek 09 was the first ever Star Trek movie I ever saw. And I saw it in theaters, and it was an amazing experience, and I just recently rewatched it for this, and it still holds up and I was just along for the adventure the entire time. I'm gonna that's tough. I'm gonna give the slight edge to Olympus Has Fallen, though.
We need Richie.
Right. Well, Star Trek, by the way, it has two of the Chris's in the tournament because Hemsworth, remember, is in the beginning of that one also. So yeah, it's got two of them. But Richie's back in time.
Yeah.
You want to vote on this one real quick, Richie?
Yeah. I'm glad you told me that Olympus Has Fallen. I'm like, what? Olympins?
Yeah.
Olympin Stukutu.
Oh, yeah.
Sudoku?
No.
Sudoku.
It's a very exciting action movie about people playing Sudoku, Richie. Don't judge it.
No,
right?
if you can write it well, people can make good movies about anything. But no, this is low key tough. I do like, Olympus Has Fallen is one of the better Die Hard Republic movies. And Star Trek would surprise me because I'm not a Trekkie, but that movie was really good. I'll go Olympus Has Fallen.
Okay. Olympus Has Fallen. All right.
Cool.
All right. There you go. Going down to Happy Death Day and The Walk. Malcolm.
This is actually pretty tough because I do really like The Walk. I think it's a really interesting biopic about this guy who decided to walk between the Twin Towers and that. But I just really love Happy Death Day. I think it's a lot of fun, so I'm going to go Happy Death Day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Richie?
Yeah, I think The Walk is fascinating. I prefer, I think it's cool that they made it. I think Jeff Gordon-Levitt, I think, is good. The documentary, a bit better. Happy Death Day is great. I think there's finally movement on a third one, so hopefully that comes to pass. but the first one is so unique, so good. Even though it did false market, but by having 50 cents into club as a ringtone, and they realized that's expensive, so they just had a generic thing. But yeah, no, I like Happy Death Day a lot. We watched it. We watched it for Wheel Movies at one point.
Yeah.
Check that episode out a few months ago.
Mm.
So yeah, Happy Death Day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Wolf.
Yeah. So The Walk is an interesting movie. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was really good, but I actually prefer Man on Wire, the documentary. I think the documentary was really fantastic. But yeah, Happy Death Day is a lot of fun. Christopher Landon is a great director. I wish he could be doing a Scream movie. I think he's perfect fit for it. But yeah, so far his films have been really fun so far. Between Happy Death Day and Drop, which just came out this year, I thought that was a lot of fun as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go Happy Death Day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, John.
It hurts to say that The Walk is still his best movie, and boy, he has had a lot of bad movies since then. Zemeckis, that's a shame. But The Walk, it's good, mostly for the third act. I mean, The Walk itself is fantastic to see, and it ends in a really powerful image of the two towers, and it gets me teary-eyed. But Happy Death Day is a fun movie. It's a fun movie mostly because of Jessica Roth's performance. Just her unpredictable nature during this groundhog formulaic time loop is just it's amazing. And yeah, it's a memorable horror film. You can watch it during slumber parties or during Halloween marathons. I mean, it's definitely a rewatchable movie to watch on October. So Happy Death Day.
Yeah, how's that?
The Walk is probably my favorite Joseph Gordon-Levitt movie. I like the build-up to the third act, but also I really like the third act as well. And then Happy Death Day is in my top 5 favorite horror movies, just because I like the uniqueness of it, and especially Jessica Roth's performance, and it keeps me captivated. So Happy Death Day.
Yeah, and I'll also go Happy Death Day. I don't think Christopher Landon's made a bad movie yet, because like the sequel's not as good as the original, but it's still like a solid movie, and like Freaky is good, and I love Drop from this year, so I think he's pretty cool. So,
not great, but We Have a Ghost is not.
Oh, I mean, I still thought it was okay. I mean, I don't think it's like a bad movie, so I just don't think he's made a flat out stinker yet. So
you like the Mark ones?
It has its moments. They introduced time travel in that one. That's interesting. Way to go. So okay. Your series is in trouble when you have to resort to time travel. But I don't think that was forced upon. I think it was probably forced upon him. So but yeah, I'll go Happy Death Day here.
Happy Death Day to you.
Yeah. National Treasure and Big Fish. Richie.
Yeah. I'm not as big on Big Fish as other people in the community, but I that being said, I do like it still. It's just not one of my favorites from Burton. No, I wasn't even trying. I wasn't even trying.
Wasn't big on Big Fish.
I wasn't even.
See, he does the bad puns as well.
I wasn't trying though.
I legit think he wasn't like going out of his way to try to make a pun. That was like accidental.
But yeah, but National Treasure is quite good. I've always wanted them to make a third one. I know they tried with that TV show that wasn't really good. They tried to continue that. But yeah, no, I think this is quite good. I go back to the movies every couple of years. So yeah, National Treasure, probably the last big John Voight performance.
Before he went to like Pure Flicks
and MAGA movies.
Yeah. I don't know. I have to look it up and see if there's anything of note. I'll look it up and see. But Wolf.
Oh man, yeah, Nicolas Cage. he is a national treasure. This movie is really fun. I actually still own a Blockbuster DVD of it from a long time ago that I got. But yeah, it's a.
You just forget to take it back.
Yeah, I just forgot to take it back, so I still own a Blockbuster DVD of National Treasure. But yeah, it's a really fun one, and Big Fish is also something I am big on. I think this is the second best Tim Burton movie. I think right behind Ed Wood for me. I really like Big Fish a lot, and yeah, when comparing these two, I think it is the better movie. So I'll say Big Fish.
He still did some stuff, by the way, in the 2000s, but it's when you get to the 2010s you get in trouble with John Voight. Oh, yeah. After An American Carol, you're in trouble. Jonathan?
Yeah, Big Fish is really good. It's a really good Tim Burton movie, but I'll admit I haven't seen it in a long time, and I'm due for a rewatch. Whereas National Treasure, I rewatch a lot. This is a very good July 4th movie, or a very good movie to watch on July 4th. It's patriotic, but also it's a lot of fun. It's adventurous. You can watch it with your family. Definitely the Jerry Bruckheimer movie you can watch with your family. And Nicolas Cage is definitely compelling as well, alongside Justin Barth, Diane Kruger, and Sean Bean, and John Voight. Yeah, I'll give it to National Treasure.
I guess Steven will point out that he had an arc, Richie, on 24, so he would point that out. In 2009. Zach?
Yeah, National Treasure is my favorite Nicolas Cage movie. I enjoy the adventure aspects and the history aspects, but Big Fish is in my top 5 movies of all time and is my favorite Ewan McGregor performance, so Big Fish.
Yeah, Big Fish is all right. I saw it for the first time a couple of years ago. It was fine. It was decent. Yeah, not a bad little Tim Burton movie. But I'll go National Treasure. I watch it more. Malcolm.
I mean, I guess you could argue that his most known movie he's been in the last 5 years, even though it's not that good, was Megalopolis.
Yeah.
To be fair, he was a main character on Ray Donovan, and that was a decent show. And he was Ray Donovan's dad on there, so he was at least on there.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not that high on Big Fish. I do like it enough, but I think Big Fish is the better movie, so Big Fish gets my vote.
Okay, I think we have a tie, right? Which is Richie. Yeah. So Zach.
I'm going with Big Fish.
Big Fish. Okay. Big Fish. Got Drumline, which I pulled like one of the Asian posters for, and Eddie the Eagle. Wolf.
Okay.
Drumline. I've never seen that movie. Looks like a black person's Whiplash. I don't know what it is.
Not really.
Okay.
No way.
Okay. So it's definitely not that. Eddie the Eagle though is a fun movie. It's great with a really great performance from Taron Egerton, great performance from Hugh Jackman. Really heartwarming. So yeah, I guess I'll go Eddie the Eagle.
Yeah, Jonathan.
Yeah, the only thing I remember about Drumline is the drumming, the drumming sequence. It's cool, but to be honest, the Nick Cannon lead character is a terrible character to root for. He is terrible. Like, he's definitely one of the more like unlikable characters of that decade for sure, especially around the college teenage years of the 2000s. But I don't know. It was okay. It was an okay movie. Whereas Eddie the Eagle is definitely more worthwhile in rooting for Eddie. Yeah, I think that Dexter Fletcher just keeps it consistent with the tone, despite some terrible editing and a few one-note characters. But it was just hard to resist this charming journey. So I'm gonna go Eddie the Eagle.
All right. So.
Yeah, Drumline is another one of those guilty movie pleasures for me. It just I am entertained, and I can put it on at any time and just enjoy it. And then Eddie the Eagle has great performances from Taron Egerton and Hugh Jackman, and it's a good sports story. It actually takes place at the same Olympics, the real life story, as Cool Runnings. So that's interesting. I'm gonna go with Eddie the Eagle.
I prefer the sequel to Drumline. Drumline, a new beat, a VH1 original movie, which is a real thing. Directed by the director of all 3 Honey movies, which I didn't know there was 3 Honey movies.
I don't know. That's 300.
There are 2 straight to TV Honey sequels, which I didn't know there was a thing until I looked up the director. But having said that, I'll go Eddie the Eagle because look, I worked at a theater when Drumline came out. I watched it once and I quickly forgot about it, so I'll go Eddie the Eagle. Malcolm.
Yeah, I like Drumline. I think it's good, but I think Eddie the Eagle is the better movie. And yes, Eddie the Eagle's getting my vote.
All right, and Richie.
I think I thought we had a conversation where we thought that's what like Drumline is probably Nick Campbell's best movie.
I mean that's like a low bar though. So yeah.
But yeah, I think I don't know. I was surprised by Drumline. I think it's actually quite good. Eddie the Eagle is good too. It's a good story. I'll go Drumline.
I was trying to say, is there anything better other than like if he has a minor role in some better movie? You know what I mean?
He's an underclassman, and then he's in the remake of him and Christina Milian in.
That movie? Oh, Love Don't Cost a Thing? That movie? Oh.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
No, he's
Bobby.
Roll Bounce. No, not good.
No, Bobby. He gave a good performance in Bobby, but it's not really good.
No. Nope. Yeah, Drumline's his best movie. Nope. All right, so okay, definitely. All right.
It's just like how we had Charlie Angels on here, and that's easily MCG's best movie, hands down.
You mean Mick G?
Or Mick G. I always call him MCG. I don't call him
we have a
MCG.
We have a stadium here called the MC in Australia called the MCG.
Oh, come on.
So we got Rent versus Titanic, or the Icelandic poster Titanic, or whatever the fuck you call it, with those goofy Iceland letters.
Look, I would like to vote Titanic through, but I mean,
I would as well because I'm not a fan of Rent, but yeah.
If you want to vote,
I was gonna actually vote Rent because I'm not a fan of Titanic.
What? Oh, fuck out of here, Wolf! Come on. I thought we were gonna like sweep Titanic through without Jordan here to poo-poo on it, but you know.
It is a better technical achievement. All right, so I'll give it that. So
technical.
So why do many people rewatch it then? All these years.
Timeless, baby. But I'll let Zach at least talk about him real quick before we. Yeah.
I mean, people have said so much about Titanic. We don't need to go into that one.
What about Rent?
But Rent, I think it's a powerful story with some good music in there and a lot of good performances. But Titanic is higher on my list. So.
I forgot Rent was directed by Chris Columbus. That's weird.
I know. It doesn't feel like it, does it?
Chris Columbus has a bizarre filmography when you look at it. Like no movie, like it's a filmography where nothing lines up. It's just complete right? for
He's
hire.
Kind of started hot in the early 90s.
Yeah, he doesn't have a style. It's just odd. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Tick Tick Boom about the creator of Rent is an even better movie though. If you haven't seen that.
I have. Yeah, it's good.
So I think the Rent was the next thing he did after Chamber of Secrets. For me.
Right. Yeah. All right. Going to Face Off and Avengers Infinity War. So, all right. Jonathan. And well, I know it may not be much of a thing, but you know, it's from the movie. So.
What a predicament.
I'm not saying it's a predicament. I just
I know
it's from Face Off, so I just want to play it.
Yeah, kind of for me actually. Okay, so Infinity War, it's really good. It's a really good MCU movie. It's definitely one of the best MCU films. Toss up between the best Avengers film, Endgame and Infinity War. Yeah, Infinity War is definitely the one that it really shocked us after it's over. It's really compelling. Especially that battle in the end. Face Off is just a fun action film. It's bonkers, but oh my god, I could rewatch that over and over and over again because of the wacky performances from Travolta and Cage, and it's just a lot of adrenaline fun. And I think we have an opportunity to have a 1997 matchup coming up. So you know what? I'm gonna go Face Off. Face Off. Ooh wee!
Zach?
Yes. So I really do like Infinity War, but I have more fun with Face Off, and I actually saw it for the first time like last year, if I remember, and that was a fun experience. So I'm going Face Off.
Yeah, Infinity War shows up a lot, and it's won a whole bunch of times. And yeah, I'm down for a 97 matchup. Let's go Face Off. Malcolm?
You should have taken my face off, Steve Rogers. But yeah, I like Face Off. I do think it's good, but I really enjoy Infinity War a lot more, so I'm gonna go Infinity War.
Okay, I think Richie had to step away for another call. So Wolf,
I could eat a peach for hours. Yeah, I
not bad.
Definitely gotta go. Face Off. I think it's just such a blast. Avengers Infinity War, I like it more than Endgame, but I do have issues a little bit with both Infinity War and Endgame the more I rewatch them, but I definitely like that one more than Endgame. But yeah, they're both but Face Off, just Nicolas Cage and John Travolta are having an absolute blast. I think it's just a really fun movie, so I'll go Face Off.
All right, Richie, you're back, so real quick.
Yeah, Face Off. It's one of my favorite 90s action films. Do love Avengers Infinity War, but Face Off doesn't come up here as often.
Yeah, and we'll talk about Endgame tomorrow on Wheel Movies, and I'll expand on my issues with Endgame when we get to that episode, because that'll be probably a good chunk of what I talk about. We'll get there.
That'll be a bit of a predicament, though, a little bit.
A little bit.
But I have a logic. I have a strategy for that one.
Yeah. Game Night and Alien.
Okay.
Zach?
Ooh, this is tough. I have a lot of fun with Game Night. I think it's just it looks like they're just having fun the entire time in the movie with some really good performances. And then Alien is great as well. Alien's a little higher on my list, so Alien.
Yeah, Game Night was all right. I need to rewatch it. I haven't seen it since the theater, so I will do that at some point. But yeah, Alien, I probably watch at least once a year, and it's really good stuff. So Alien. No.
I want to see a random crossover between Game Night and Jumanji. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. But yeah,
as long as Jesse Plemons is playing with them, I'm down.
Yeah, yeah, it will be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Game Night. I do think it's a good comedy, but I love Alien more. So Alien.
Yeah, Richie.
Yeah, Game Night's a fun comedy. I did a review of it for one of my university papers. It was fun to talk about. Alien is an all timer. I prefer Aliens, but Alien is still really good. Hopefully we'll spin that one as well on other movies at some point. Because we did Aliens. I think Game Night's obviously going to be on there as well at some point. I'm looking forward to talking about that. But yeah, Alien is Alien is fantastic. So I'll go Alien.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, so Game Night was a lot of fun. It's kind of interesting that in part one, Zach had Tag, and then he also has Game Night on part two. So, that's kind of convenient because I think they both came out the same year as well.
Yeah.
And they were both kind of like the the game movies of that year, which was kind of
I'm
fun.
waiting for the adaptation of Duck Duck Goose.
I know, right? If watching like a horror film or something like that, I can see them doing that. But yeah, Game Night was the better film of the two for me, but it's not going to top Alien. Alien is an all-time classic. I still revisit it to this day every year. Like I have to watch it. Like it's phenomenal. So yeah, Alien gets my vote.
All right, Jonathan.
Yeah, I think Game Night is one of the best studio comedies, especially in the last 10 years. I mean, Game Night is just exceptional fun, and I laugh throughout the movie a lot, and mostly because of Jesse Plemons' performance. And in all seriousness, I thought he should have been nominated for an Oscar for supporting actor. I mean, Plemons is that funny, and he's that good. And it's that scene where, well, minor spoiler alert, but he gets shot, quote unquote, shot, and then I kind of buy that he was going to really die, but nope, he fakes them all. And it's a really good, really fun movie. But no, Alien is my favorite horror movie and my favorite sci-fi movie, and yeah, excellent movie. So Alien.
I made the Duck Duck Goose aside, not knowing there's an actual Duck Duck Goose movie.
Oh my god!
I guess that's already been done.
But I love both the
posters. That really depressed me there with that poster. Ugh.
Yeah, Con Air and Mystery Men. All right. We did Mystery Men also on Wheel of Movies, me and Richie, and yeah, it was a fun rewatch. The movie's kind of ahead of its time, yeah, and I enjoyed the rewatch. But Con Air is also in my 128, Zach, so I got to go Con Air. Malcolm?
I like Con Air. I do think it's a good action movie, but I think Mystery Men is great. I think it's a lot of fun, and it does make me interested in wanting to try and track down the comic that it's based on. So I'm going to go Mystery Men.
All right, Richie?
Yeah, Mystery Men is fun. Did a rewatch of the Wheel of Movies. It's just I think it was ahead of its time. There's a lot of lot of scenes that are akin to other movies that now that come out, like Deadpool 2 with the audition scene. But yeah, I think one I go back to is Con Air, so I can't I can't go past that Con Air. Con Air.
If I was the people who made the Mystery Men comic, I would sue the boys for ripping off Homelander, because Greg Kinnear is Homelander in Mystery Men. If you go back and watch it, he's 100% Homelander. Yeah. It's weird, but yeah, Wolf.
So I'm actually came up with a docu-series idea that I'm going to try to get pitched here soon, called The One Hit Wonders, and Mystery Men would be on that. It's about directors who have literally only made one movie, and that's it, and deep diving into their one movie they ever made. And it's kind of interesting that Mystery Men was one of those only one movie that was ever made by
same with Mel Stewart for Willy Wonka is the only movie he ever made. Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
That's it.
Which is wild. So yeah, it's like I'm doing a lot of research for that series I want to do, but like it's kind of crazy how many movies are out there that just have only one. That's one director only made that one movie, and Mystery Men's in that list. And Con Air is really fun too, but I think I am going to lean Mystery Men here.
Yeah. Jonathan.
So I watched Mystery Men for the first time last year for 1999, and I do not like Mystery Men. I don't think it's a good movie. I think it's just badly executed, based on the cheap, monotone, overlong, dry humor. And I think it's just too desperate to get laughs, and I just don't like that. And it could have been a lot better in terms of satire. I do love that villain name, Casanova Frankenstein. I thought that's a great name and a good villain. Jeffrey Rush is basically the only scene stealer for me. But Con Air, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna vote Con Air through the next round. and then while I do that, I'll put the bunny in the box. So I'll vote Con Air. And Zach, go ahead. Summarize your thoughts. That's the best Southern accent I can do.
Yeah.
Dale Casey, I can't believe y'all in the first grade.
First grade.
Yeah. So I like the action and the comedy in Mystery Men, and I think it's a unique team. But I have more fun with the action in Con Air. So Con Air.
Yeah. All right, Con Air. We got Mr. Holland's Opus and Real Steel. Malcolm.
This will actually be my last matchup. I've got to hit off. Yeah, I think Real Steel is a good movie. Like it's really underrated. But I recently got to Mr. Holland's Opus for the first time recently. And I think Mr. Holland's Opus is fantastic. It's a really good movie and a really inspirational one. So I'm gonna go Mr. Holland's Opus.
All right. You see you have to jump off?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have to jump on now? Do you want to plug whatever you have to plug?
I'll plug after the rounds happen. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Richie?
Yeah, weird. Like sometimes you don't see a movie and then they get pop up all the time, and then they're just in succession. They pop up all the time. Like this is like the fourth time I've seen Mr. Holland's Opus in a matter of weeks. It's just like fucking okay. I'll watch the movie at some point. Jesus. Haven't watched it yet though, and I like Real Steel a lot. I think it's a fun movie. I have a soft spot for like obviously like robots, robot battling. I mean, obviously, the person who's a huge fan of BattleBots, I've been actually using a VPN and buying the individual episodes of like the 2019 season 4. So I've been doing that on YouTube. I like this kind of movie. I think Hugh Jackman is great, Benjamin Lilly. So yeah, I'll go Real Steel.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, I'm not seeing Miss Holland's Opus. I think this is the first time I've actually heard of it. So I'm gonna have to check that one out soon. It's like a bunch of people in graduation gowns. Probably should. Hey, I could have watched that one for my friend's graduation, but no, I know it. I don't know what it's really even about. I'll have to look into it and see. But Real Steel, I did enjoy quite a bit. Sean Levy, it did a really fantastic job. When the trailers came out for this movie, I thought it was going to be ridiculous because it was like, are we really making Rock'em Sock'em Robots into a movie? Really? And I was like, this is so fucking stupid. And then I watched it, and it was actually charming and delightful. And yeah, I think Hugh Jackman's great, so I'm going to give it to Real Steel.
All right. John?
Yeah, I had the same impression going into Real Steel, same as Wolf's. And yeah, it's an underrated sports movie, and I really like Real Steel. It's a charming film. It really
Even the dog agrees.
Yeah, the dog agrees too. It moves you in a cheesy way, but it moves you, and it's basically it ends with the David and Goliath type of bout. And yeah, it's definitely a rewatchable film. But I'll go Mr. Holland's Opus because Mr. Holland's Opus. So the graduation people, the kids, they represent the generations of kids that Mr. Holland teaches throughout the year. So it's kind of like an epic, Wolf. It's like an epic about a teacher across decades as a music teacher. So it is a powerful movie. Definitely that ending will get you messed up a little bit. With this conclusion. So I'll go Mr. Holland's Opus. I won't be mad if Real Steel moves on though.
Yeah.
I think Real Steel is a fun sports movie. Definitely a different take on a sports movie. But Mr. Holland's Opus is actually my favorite Richard Dreyfuss movie. I think he gives a great performance, and it's just a powerful movie throughout. So I'm going to go with Mr. Holland's Opus.
Yeah, no, I'm with Richie. Mr. Holland's Opus has oddly come up like a whole bunch of times last month. It's very strange. But yeah, I haven't seen it in ages. I'll go Real Steel. I remember having fun with it. I haven't seen it since I saw it in theaters, but yeah, it's pretty good. Not bad. So yeah, one last tie before Malcolm leaves. I'm gonna throw Real Steel through. But Malcolm, I know you got to go. What you got going on Rankum next?
Yeah, you can find me on Rankum on Monday. I'm ranking the Final Destination franchise. Should be a nice and quick and a lot of fun at the same time. And also on that same day, before that, we're doing I can't remember if it's part 3 or 4. It's of the best to worst of best family movies. And then on my personal channel, Malcolm Midworth Media, I on Spare from the Past, we're going all the way back to 2023 and do Fastlane, talk about Fastlane. From
way to go back in the Wayback Machine.
Malcolm, did you say you're doing it on Monday? And then what time are you doing on Monday? Eastern time?
Sunday.
Sunday. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I thought you said Monday. Okay.
Monday is Spare from the Past.
Okay. Monday, Spirit from the Past, and Godfather recast, which Malcolm's on.
Yeah,
so we'll talk about that later and plugs. All right, thanks, Malcolm. Appreciate you, man. All right, man. Have a good one. Yep. All right. Let's move on down to the next matchup. We got The Terminal and The Perfect Score.
I mean, I gotta go Terminal. I mean,
I would pretty easily go The Terminal. Yeah, I actually kind of like The Terminal.
Zach.
Yeah,
I haven't seen The Perfect Score in 20 years, so I don't know.
An early Chris Evans movie.
That's Chris Evans, so it might be on the Battle of Chris's as well.
Jeez, a lot of previews for that upcoming.
Yeah, we're getting a preview of this next bracket next week of the Chris's one. It's like
it's the first collaboration with him and Scarlett Johansson is this movie.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. I think most of us are going to vote The Terminal, but Zach, speak your piece about The Perfect Score.
I mean, The Perfect Score is just, again, I'm going to use this word again. It's a fun movie. It's just, it's a unique premise of trying to steal the SAT, but you have some interesting comedy in there and a good adventure, but you can't go wrong with Tom Hanks and The Terminal. So The Terminal was going to give you my vote anyway. So
no, that's cool. Yeah, it's getting my vote. Is everybody kind of in agreement?
Yeah, I've seen The Terminal.
Yeah, Terminal's kind of underrated. Go back and watch it if you haven't. I really liked my rewatch I did a few years ago. It was actually quite good.
Very nice movie. Very nice.
Yeah, nice movie. And it's weird. There's a weird thing where in that movie where Zoe Saldana is like a huge Star Trek fan, and that's what Diego Luna like kind of falls for. And it's weird. It was before she was in Star Trek. So it's just a
yeah. You have a Star Trek character, a future Star Trek character marrying a future Star Wars character.
Yeah,
those who say it's the worst Steven Spielberg movie, that's not.
No, there's worse ones than that. All right, we got Dodgeball and the animated Flashpoint Paradox DC movie. So, so Richie.
Yeah, I mean, not that I haven't watched a lot of the DC animation movie. I actually like those type of like those movies. I don't think they get enough sort of credit, especially like the other ones do. I just haven't got around to it ones, but there are ones that intrigue me. Like was it Batman vs Ninja Turtles or whatever the fuck? And there's I do know the Flashpoint one. So you never know. I'll probably get to it at some point. I haven't got to that one. Dodgeball is a great comedy. Took a long time, but yeah, it's a favorite comedy. Just great character work. Favorite in the movies that Alan Tudyk with the as a pirate. Again, another movie I've heard. Sequel about. Last time it dropped, it was maybe a couple of years back now. Don't know if there's any movement on it. Hopefully. So. See what happens, but Dodgeball is really good comedy. So I'll go Dodgeball.
Yeah. Wolf?
Yeah, so I have seen the Flashpoint Paradox movie, and if you are familiar with Flashpoint Paradox story, they do a little bit of it in the Flash movie as well, the live action one. They dabble in it, but it's much more detailed than what that movie talked about. And as a big fan of the comics line. I wanted to see this anime movie, and yeah, I think the anime movie is really solid. And Dodgeball, also really fun. Comedy, this really funny with great cast of Vince Vaughn, Ben Stiller, a lot of other really good people. But just because I don't think we're really almost ever going to see it on another tournament again, maybe, or at least not for a while, I might show some love to Flashpoint Paradox.
Yeah. Jonathan?
Well, there's a reason I've never seen the Flashpoint Paradox. It just it's like a whoosh. I've never heard of it as much. I think, Dodgeball is one of the funnier comedies ever made, in my opinion. I think it's just funny and funnier the more times I watch it. Ben Stiller is just a great a-hole in the movie, and Vince Vaughn is just, he's very charming in this movie as well. Yeah, it's just a whole lot of fun, and I laugh throughout. So Dodgeball will get my vote.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Flashpoint Paradox is my favorite DC animated movie. I think it's a good story that has been told multiple times, but I think it's really well done in animated form. But Dodgeball is just so entertaining and has great fun with the dodgeball moments. And White Goodman is such a good villain. He's kind of like Shooter McGavin, and just like you just want to punch him in the face. He has that punchable face. So I'm going to go with Dodgeball.
Yeah, no, and I actually, just because we hardly ever see it, and I really like it. I might have gone with Flashpoint Paradox because I've seen a bunch of those DC animated movies, and that's one thing that DC definitely has over Marvel is their animated stuff. Their animated stuff is great, and a lot of it's really good and really faithful to the comics. And this Flashpoint Paradox thing is good. I remember watching it before the Flash. I kind of wish they had done the Thomas Wayne thing, and you could have casted Jeffrey Dean Morgan, because he was briefly in BVS in the prologue thing, and you could have casted him as Thomas Wayne Batman. Would have been fucking awesome. I would have loved to have seen that. But we got what we got. But I would have given the Flashpoint, but I don't mind that Dodgeball going through. All right. Got 42 and Rocket Man. So two kind of biopics here. Wolf.
Yeah, this is interesting because both of these movies are really good in their own right. The Jackie Robinson biopic I thought was really good. It had a great performance from Harrison Ford. I thought this was really everyone's introduction really to Chadwick Boseman, and he just blew us out of the water with his performance. Rocket Man was also really solid. Really great performance from Taron Egerton as Elton John. Did his own singing. He was really good. We've seen Rocket Man on here a few times. 42, I don't think gets brought up enough. So I really want to show some love to 42. I think it was actually really solid.
Yeah, it's really even for me in terms of how respectful they are in terms of their subjects. 42 with Jackie Robinson and Rocket Man with Elton John. And they're both given great performances from Chadwick Boseman and Taron Egerton, respectively. I'm actually with Wolf. Rocket Man does get brought up a little bit often, and I'll give it to 42 slightly. Yeah, I do respect Rocket Man as a biopic. It really tackles that biopic very differently with the musical aspects, but I'll go 42.
That's it.
Like people have said, like these two biopics just great representations of their subjects, and they're very close for me in terms of like placement. But I am also going to give some love to 42. It's not brought up as much on these tournaments, and it's nice to show it some love. So.
Yeah, no, they're both really good. I'll give it a 42 for Chadwick Boseman. He's very good, and it's one of the better later Harrison Ford movies where he actually shows some life in it. So for that as well, Richie.
My brain's stupid because like for the briefest second when I saw 42, I'm like, the Adam Driver dinosaur movie? And I'm like, oh wait, no, 42. Yeah, that's different. But yeah, yeah.
It is a weird prequel to movie 43. I'll say that.
It is.
They don't really connect very well.
No, they don't. Yeah.
Better movie than movie 43.
I'll go with Crowd here and go 42 because you don't see it that often. But they're both very good biopics.
All right, 42. All right, a few more left here on this side. We got Pirates of the Caribbean and The Avengers from 2012. Yeah. All right, Jonathan.
This is a predicament too. Ooh. Well, yeah, we're not at that conundrum stage yet. No, we're not there yet. But yeah, Avengers, man. I remember watching the Avengers in theaters. Boy, the days where you have to stand in line, watch that movie, man. It was packed. It's a awesome superhero film. And The Curse of the Black Pearl, boy, it's aged like fine wine. It's a really good movie that holds up very, very well. And a great action adventure, a pirate epic from Gore Verbinski. And this is the one performance from Johnny Depp that he does not phone it in as Jack Sparrow. Oh, boy. Ugh. I'm going to go Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl by a hair.
All right, Zach.
Yeah, The Avengers is my favorite MCU movie. But I'm going to make it short and sweet. Curse of the Black Pearl is my favorite movie of all time. I just love the action and the adventure. And it is kind of interesting that Johnny Depp was actually nominated for Best Actor for this movie, which is still kind of interesting. But I'm going to go Curse of the Black Pearl.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? For you, Zach, I'll go Curse of the Black Pearl here. Why not? We've seen the Avengers quite a few times in the last couple of tournaments, so I'll go Pirates here. Richie?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Curse of the Black Pearl here because simple fact, I think Curse of the Black Pearl is the best of the franchise. The second one is really good too, but I think it's best of the franchise. The Avengers, there's better movies in the franchise, even though the first one is good. So I'll go Curse of the Black Pearl.
All right. And Wolf.
Yeah. So really interesting matchup here. Avengers is a very historic moment for us fans just to be able to witness a team up like that in a theater with a packed crowd back before there was assigned seating. So yeah, you had to wait in line for hours to get in unless you pre-ordered your ticket through like Fandango or something. It was back in the good old days. So but for me, I'm going to go Curse of Black Pearl because that's just such a fun adventure film with great performances from Orlando Bloom and Johnny Depp. The only thing about it is that Keira Knightley was 17 when this movie, I think, was released, or 16 from what I heard, something like that. And that's like you watch it now and you're like, she's like crushing on adults, and it's a little weird. But other than that, everything else about the film is really excellent.
She's younger than Rob, actually. So that makes it more weird because of that.
We got Beverly Hills Cop 2. And look at the top one. It's like, no, again. It's like the Japanese poster. Not again. And then Mannequin with Kim Cattrall.
I've never seen Mannequin, so I have nothing to say about Mannequin.
I haven't either. Oddly enough, I think I've seen pieces of Mannequin 2 on the move, but I don't know the first one. Anybody else see Mannequin? Wants to chime in on that? No?
I know of it. I knew of its existence before it came up, so that's something.
I guess it's a film that exists, you know.
All right, well, Zach, tell us all about Mannequin before we move Beverly Hills Cop 2 over.
Yeah, again, another guilty pleasure of mine. I like this was at the time when Kim Cattrall was just very attractive with this, Police Academy, and Big Trouble in Little China. Just that So that kind of
Star Trek 6, bro. Star Trek 6. Come on.
Well, again, I haven't seen it yet, but okay, in the same realm. But yes, the other 3 movies I had seen. But her and Andrew McCarthy have good chemistry, and it's a weird movie, but it's entertaining still. But Beverly Hills Cop 2, it definitely is more it seems to go more serious than the first one, but it still is entertaining and has great action. So yeah, I would have gone Beverly Hills Cop 2 anyway. So
yeah, okay. So would we.
Like,
all right.
Anakin too, so Christy Swanson.
Oh, wow.
Holy Kim Cattrall.
All right, so all right, cool. We flew through that one, so we made some good time on there. We'll hit the speed round and we'll get it going. You had Top Gun on yesterday, so
no, we had the Jordan debuted a Sonic 3 one, I think.
yeah, I know, but it doesn't really fit, so I deleted it. All right, so,
I feel the need for speed.
it's just them talking about like math equations and it doesn't really work. But okay. All right. But you guys know how this works. All right, we're gonna start off with a good one here. Our 94 matchup. All right, speed round time. You guys know how it works. Zach, Forrest Gump, and Lion King rematch from round 94.
Forrest Gump.
Sure, I'll go Forrest Gump. Richie?
Lion King.
All right. Wolf?
Lion King.
Oh, screw you.
Jonathan?
Lion King.
Okay. All right. Lion King going through. Oh, yeah. I need to write these down. My bad. Give me a second. All right. Let me put these in the notes so I can make the bracket for Friday. Lion King. Okay. Yeah. All the winners are going to Friday. Scooby-Doo 2 and Cabin in the Woods. I'll go Cabin in the Woods. Richie?
That sounds like a sequel, like a direct-to-DVD sequel of a Scooby-Doo movie.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo, The Cabin in the Woods. No, I mean, to solve the mystery of the Cabin in the Woods. Yeah.
Cabin in the Woods.
All right, yeah, Wolf.
Cabin in the Woods.
All right, Jonathan.
Cabin in the Woods.
All right, Zach.
I mean, I have more fun with Scooby-Doo 2, but I'm fine with either one going through. So
Sure, yeah. All right, woods. Okay, there we go. We got the Blues Brothers and Bloodsport.
Ouch.
All right, Richie.
Blue and red.
Mm-hmm.
Clue doesn't come up here that often. I'll go Bloodsport.
Yeah, Wolf.
Yeah, I'll go Bloodsport.
Jonathan.
I have a question. Are any JCVD movies on the Father's Day tournament?
I don't think Van Damme's really as much of a dad movie guy as you. Yeah, not really.
Yeah, okay.
You gotta have like the slower, older action, not so much
Exactly.
like
That's
Van Damme.
Clint Eastwood's a dad.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood, Harrison Ford, they're the dad action guys. Not really.
Okay,
Van
that's
Damme.
the reason why I'm going.
Yeah, I have one or two like Schwarzenegger and Stallone movies. Even then,
Well, those are dad
not as much. Not as much as you'd think. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Okay, that's the reason why I'm going Bloodsport. Yeah, the Blues Brothers. Now that you revealed it, it'll be in the Father's Day tournament.
Yeah, it'll be there. I've already made my rough draft. I made it in a day. It was easy for the dad movie once. I got all the essentials there. Zach?
I would have gone with the Blues Brothers.
I'm all about the blood sport, so I'm going blood sport. All right. All right. Let me. Oops.
Oh.
Yep. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. There we go. And let me write that one down real quick. Blood sport. Blood sport. All right. Going down to Miracle and the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Wolf.
I mean, yeah.
It's
No, we shouldn't make this a match. What are you doing? No.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can.
Okay, you want to put through Miracle? That's fine. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Miracle. All right, that's fine. So yeah, we got 3 Kurt Russell movies so far, right? Or we even had Big Trouble was tooling around.
No, they got eliminated.
Well, yeah, I mean, like as far as was that yesterday or something? But yeah, Bill and Ted and Apollo 13. All right, now Wolf, now you can
go. Let's do Apollo 13.
Okay. Jonathan?
Apollo 13.
Zack?
Oh, this is the matchup I didn't like because I wish both could go through, but
it's a conundrum.
Yes, Apollo 13.
I'll go with the one I've seen more, Bill and Ted. Richie?
Bill and Ted.
Okay, close one, but Apollo 13. Rolling through. All right, write that one down. Okay. No, not Apollo Cruise. Apollo 13.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Apollo Crews.
Yeah, as a wrestler. Glory Road and Speed. Jonathan.
Speed.
We go Speed on to Glory Road.
Hang on. Speed.
Second Zack.
Glory Road.
Okay, yeah, go Speed. He's got to take care of a crisis. Wolf.
I'm gonna say Speed.
All right, Speed. Okay, Speed going through. Okay. LA Confidential and Almost Famous.
Oh, fuck me.
Almost Famous.
I go LA Confidential. Wolf.
Almost Famous.
Fuck.
Jonathan.
Yeah, this would have been the conundrum one.
Right.
I'm gonna do it for Zack. Actually, I'm gonna go Almost Famous.
Okay. All right. Well, that's 3 votes, so that's enough to put it through. So I'll put it through. So Almost Famous. All right. I'll write that one down. All right. Okay. All right. How to Train Your Dragon and Master and Commander. On me, yeah, I'll show Master and Commander a little love for the dad movie aspect. Wolf.
Just because, yeah, we don't see it enough on here, we will see How to Train Your Dragon. I'll go with Master and Commander.
Sure. Jonathan.
Yeah, this is actually part of my strategy for Friday. I'll tell you why. Master and Commander.
Okay, Zack.
Yeah, Master and Commander.
Okay. Richie, Almost Famous went through it. It had enough votes, so we put it through already. But you can vote on this one if you want to.
That's all right. I forgot to turn my camera off, so there was like a repair guy.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay.
Thought he was going to take over your spot in the tournament and start voting for you.
Yeah, no. Master and Commander.
Okay. Well, George's not here to poo-poo it, so there you go. So it's in the championship on Friday as well. All right. We'll jump over and see what else makes the championship episode, and then we'll see what wins the bracket. Start with The Thing and Poseidon. I think we had a Kurt Russell matchup, but I think most people are going to go vote for The Thing. It's the better Kurt Russell movie. Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. But still, Kurt Russell has a lot of representation here, so I like it. All right, write that one down. The Thing. Okay. Olympus Has Fallen and Happy Death Day. Wow. Richie.
Huh.
You know, because I don't know if it comes up, come out that often. I feel like Happy Death Day, there's a chance it will come up more often. For some reason, I think it's more popular and more mainstream. I'm going to go Olympus Has Fallen.
Okay. I don't know if Wolf is there or not, but otherwise I'll come back to him. Jonathan?
Okay, this is another part of my strategy. Olympus Has Fallen.
Okay. Zack?
Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah, and I'd go Olympus Has Fallen as well. So that's enough to put it through. So I will put it through. All right. Olympus Has Fallen. That scene in the beginning with the jet like mowing down everybody is nuts. It's a crazy action scene. It's really good. All right. Big Fish and Eddie the Eagle. All right. So we'll go to again. Wolfman was up next, but I'll skip him for now. Go to Jonathan.
Big Fish.
Okay. Yeah. Zack?
Big Fish.
It's close. I'll go Big Fish. Richie?
I'd go Eddie the Eagle, but it's fine.
Sure. But 3 votes is enough for Big Fish, so I will put that one through.
Oh, it's the speed round. What's going on?
Yeah, I know. I don't know. He always does this during the speed round. He disappears for forever and then misses half the speed round. All right, we got Titanic. The Iceland, I got a 97 matchup. Titanic and Face Off. Wolf's back finally, so I'll go back to him for a second. Go ahead, Wolf.
Sorry, I had to go get my dog too. But for here, I'm going to say Face Off.
Okay, Jonathan.
Titanic.
Zach.
Face Off.
I'll go Titanic. Put it on Richie.
Titanic.
Okay.
My plan worked. I'll tell you why.
Jordan's not here to poo-poo that one either.
Yeah,
so
that's exactly why.
That's right.
My plan worked.
Yeah. All right. Let me make sure. I just want to make sure I wrote down everything. Okay. All right. Alien and Con Air. All right. So I kind of switched. I went to Jonathan, then back to Wolf. So I'll go to Zach this time for Alien and Con Air.
Alien.
I'll go Con Air. Richie.
Con Air.
Wolf.
I'll go Alien.
All right. So Jonathan.
You know what? I do think that Alien is one of the best movies of all time. I'll have a little fun here. I'll go with Con Air.
Okay.
Wow. Are we not going to put Alien Championship? Like, come on.
It's going to come in my tournament. All right. It's going to come in my tournament.
Yeah. All right. Real Steel and the Terminal. That's an old tournament fights. I'll go the Terminal. Richie.
Tough. I'll go the Terminal.
Okay. Well,
I'll go Real Steel.
Jonathan.
Yeah, it doesn't get its fair shake in this tournament fights. So I'll go the Terminal.
Okay. And Zach.
I would have gone with Real Steel.
All right. Terminal. We'll roll through with 3 votes. Terminal. Dodgeball and 42. 2 sports movies with 2 radically different sports movies. Richie's coming back now, so I'll put him back there. Richie?
Dodgeball.
All right. Wolf?
Yeah, Dodgeball.
Okay. Jonathan?
Dodgeball.
Zach?
I would have gone with 42.
Excuse me, need some water. Dodgeball. So, through Dodgeball. All right. Dodgeball. Write that one down. Okay. No, not Doge. I'm not trying to write
Dodgeball.
It's Dodgeball. Yeah, that's a whole different thing. Pirates of the Caribbean and Beverly Hills Cop 2. Wolf.
Oh, this is a little difficult. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Jonathan?
Pirates.
All right, Zach?
Pirates.
Yeah, I also got Pirates. Richie?
Pirates.
All right, Pirates. Going through. Write that one down real quick. Okay. See. Curse of Pearl. Okay. All right. And there we go. All right. We got our 16 moving on to Friday. So we'll just see which one wins this bracket. All right. Okay. We didn't have a unique runner on the first night. We had what was it? The one that became Catch Me If You Can became a 3-timer.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah, getting up there. All right, we're going Lion King and Cabin in the Woods. Jonathan.
I'll go Cabin.
Cabin. Zach.
Cabin.
I'll go Cabin. Richie.
Lion King.
Okay. And Wolf.
Lion King.
Okay, close one, but Cabin in the Woods. All right, hanging in there. Bloodsport and Miracle. Zach. 2 of those are radically different sports, but 2 contact sports.
Miracle.
I'll go Bloodsport. Richie.
You can fight in hockey, and then there's blood in there.
Yeah.
There's a whole game for it that you like. Bloodsport.
Wolf.
And hey, hockey is also considered a blood sport, so there you go.
Yeah.
I will go blood sport.
Okay.
Jonathan.
finally. I would have gone Miracle.
Okay. I like this. I like where this is going, though. I like the Bloodsport love. It's fun. Apollo 13 and Speed. Me, I'll go Speed. Richie?
Speed.
Speed. Wolf?
Apollo 13.
Okay. Jonathan?
Yeah, Apollo 13. I'll give it some love there.
All right. So, Zach, it's up to you.
Apollo 13.
Yeah.
Apollo 13. Okay. Hang on. There you go. Doing better than it did, I think, even in the 95 tournament, actually. Yeah, I don't think it made it that far in 95. We got Almost Famous and Master and Commander. Richie?
Master and Commander.
Master and Commander. Wolf?
Almost Famous.
Jonathan?
Almost Famous.
Zach?
Almost Famous.
I'm going to go Master and Commander, but Almost Famous hanging on. All right. Other side, we'll jump over to The Thing and Olympus Has Fallen. Wolf.
Okay. The Thing.
Okay. Jonathan?
Screw it. Olympus Has Fallen.
Zach?
No, I'll make it fun since both are going to be on Friday. Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah, I'm going to have some fun. Throw some dark horse in there. I'll go Olympus Has Fallen. Why not? Richie?
It's only a part two, it's not a championship, so Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah, that's what I like to do. It's like, why not? They're both hanging on to Friday. Let's have a little fun. All right. Big Fish and Titanic. Jonathan?
Titanic.
Zach?
Big Fish.
I'll go Titanic. Richie?
Titanic.
And Wolf?
And a lot of big fishes probably died in the Titanic massacre. So I'll go big.
God. Oy, okay, that part's
Hey, the fishes matter too, okay? Everyone just talks about
Wolf, what did you vote for again, Wolf?
Big Fish.
Big Fish. Okay, but Titanic's going through. Jesus
No,
Christ.
I just think about that joke, that context there. Like, oy.
Con Air and the Terminal, Zach.
The Terminal.
I'll go Con Air. Richie?
One's about like being in an airport. One's about being on a plane.
On an airplane. Yeah.
Con Air.
Wolf?
Why not? Let's like make it an interesting. Terminal.
Okay, Jonathan?
Come on, guys. Yeah, a little dark horse. The Terminal. Yeah.
Sure. All right. There you go.
I think Jonathan's getting all the tiebreakers.
Yeah. Some of them.
You're killing me.
Dodgeball and Pirates. Me, Pirates. Richie?
Dodgeball.
Wolf?
Pirates.
Jonathan?
Yeah, no matter what I'm going to say, obviously, I know what he's going to vote for. So I'm going to put Dodgeball. But...
Okay. But Zach, I'm assuming he's going to vote for his favorite movie.
Yes.
All right, Pirates. There you go. All right, sounds good. All right, we're going to the final four. We got some interesting ones hanging on. So we got Cabin in the Woods and Bloodsport over on one side. Richie?
It's a fun one.
Ironically, Kevin in the Woods is pretty bloodier than Bloodsport.
Yeah, it is.
But Bloodsport.
Wolf?
Oh man. Yeah, why not? Let's get Bloodsport as far as
fucking A. Jonathan?
Let's do it.
Bloodsport.
Zach?
Bloodsport.
Fuck yeah, Bloodsport. I'm wearing the t-shirt. Let's go. Hell yeah. So I've never gotten to make this far, even on my tournaments. All right. Apollo 13 and Almost Famous. It's going to be an interesting, wacky match on the next one, too. But Wolf?
Almost Famous.
Okay. Jonathan?
Almost Famous.
Okay. Zach?
You know what? I'll make it interesting. Apollo 13.
Keep it interesting. Apollo 13. Richie?
Apollo 13.
13. Okay. That's going to be a bizarre matchup on this round. All right. Olympus Has Fallen and Titanic. Speaking of only alternative fights. That's for damn sure. Throw that up there. Jonathan.
Titanic.
Zach?
Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah. Do I go with the movie that's in my 128 or the one that'll piss Jordan off? Titanic. Richie?
Oh, man.
Both are very tempting, aren't they? For both those reasons.
Jordan's not here. Remember that.
I know. That's what I'm going with.
Reasons.
Titanic.
Wolf?
But also, is Jordan going to be on Friday?
Nope.
Or no?
I'm hosting Friday.
Oh, okay.
It's gone all week.
Yeah. So, okay. So, I don't see that strategy. I was going to be like, well, you could just vote for Olympus since it would be on Friday. But yeah, that makes sense. But I'm still going to show love to Olympus. So
Sure. All right. Titanic into the final four. Terminal and Pirates. Zach.
You know what? I'll make it interesting. Terminal.
Huh. Yeah, why not? Terminal. Richie?
Terminal.
Sure. Wolf?
I'll go Pirates.
Jonathan?
Yeah, the Terminal, not Terminal.
Terminal Velocity?
No, there's a movie called Terminal
okay.
with Margot Robbie. Yeah.
Margot Robbie and
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Totally forgot.
All right.
This is bizarre.
All right. So I will throw this out there.
This might be the wildest top four.
These are all unique ones, and I'll spoil it. None of these are won tournaments, so have fun. On left side, yeah, bizarre matchups all around. Bloodsport versus Apollo 13. Me? Fucking hey, I'm going Bloodsport. Richie?
Bloodsport.
Wolf?
Fuck it. Let's cause some chaos. Bloodsport.
Hell yeah. Jonathan?
Sure. Bloodsport.
All right, Zach?
I mean, sure, it's going through Bloodsport.
Bloodsport, fucking A, in the finals. And just as weird on the other side, James Cameron's Titanic versus Spielberg's The Terminal, of all things. Richie.
Titanic.
Okay. This could be a fun matchup. Wolf.
We got to piss off Jordan. Titanic.
Okay. You might be pissed with either one of these in the finals. We'll see. Jonathan? Titanic. Zach?
I'm just gonna give some love to the Terminal, but
I'm gonna go Titanic. So yeah, okay. But now I have a genuine conundrum.
Yeah,
so I'm
we
gonna
gotta play it. You gotta play
because
it.
I have a conundrum for a different reason. Yeah.
But it looks like we have ourselves a genuine conundrum. A quandary, if you will. A real-life dilemma.
So it's not due to quality. There's clear quality over the other. But it's, do I put through the one that I'm wearing the t-shirt for that I fucking love to pieces that never gets a shot? Or do I do the one that'll make Jordan really, really angry?
No, I have the logical reason. I have the
shit. We'll have to think about it for a minute, but Wolf's up first.
Oh, man. You know, Titanic.
Okay.
Okay.
Jonathan?
Here's the reason, okay? The reason is he's not here. And I think Bloodsport will definitely get a fair shake of Friday. I believe that. I mean, a lot of people
who's on the panel on Friday? I gotta look that up. Let me find this 309.
because I like Bloodsport a lot.
It's Brian. Hold on, wait. Okay, it's Zach. It's like a whole different panel.
Obviously, Zach. I mean,
I know, but it's Zach, me, Brian, Dan, Eric, and JPO. I don't know about that.
I don't know if Dan will kind of play along.
No, he won't play along.
JPO will. I think JPO loves Bloodsport. I think it's Titanic's time. I really think so. I think we gotta put it as the winner once and for all. So I'll put Titanic.
Okay. Zach?
I'm still gonna give some love to Bloodsport though.
Fuck yeah, I don't know what to do. Shit. I'm wearing the fucking t-shirt, man. I gotta go Bloodsport. I'll leave it to Richie. You decide. When's this next shot? 1988 tournament? What I don't know.
It's really
then
soon,
again,
actually. It's coming really soon.
but then again, yeah, Titanic didn't get the win that I thought it would in '97. So
I think it'd be funny to piss off Jordan and put Titanic through once when he's here. So,
No, the thing is, I don't think it's going to happen with him there. That's
It depends on the panel. We got the master to win a tournament, and Jordan was on the panel, and it like pissed him off one time.
Yeah,
but that's a big surprise though. Like which Titanic has been ongoing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's up to you, Richie. Whatever logic you want to use, it's on you. I'm fine with either one.
Bloodsport.
Oh,
Bloodsport.
All right, well, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right. It could make it on Friday. Titanic could. We'll see. That could be a Titanic crowd too. But fucking A, Bloodsport. God damn.
I like Bloodsport too.
Shit, man. I love Bloodsport. It's in my 128. Fucking love it. That's the underdog I never thought would win this thing, but I was pulling for it. So
you know what?
You winning the t-shirt was a good luck.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'll spoil it. Titanic will get another shot on one of my tournaments.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll get a shot on Friday, and then on yours, and probably some other people's favorites as well. So it's in there. All right. Well, goddamn, Bloodsport. Maybe I'll find a modern trailer for Bloodsport. I gotta find something. Fun movie. Yeah. So I'll have to again try to pull stuff while going to you guys for plugs. I'll do my best, but I'll do what I can. But yeah, we'll get to the plugs here. So Richie, what you got?
He's taking care of the dog right now.
Oh, is he taking care of the dogs? Okay, we'll come back to him. Wolf, never mind. Go to you first.
Yeah. So first off, one of the funnest tournament fights I've done in a little while. That was really fun. I love that. I love causing chaos on these shows. But as far as plugs go, this week I'm finishing out the Mission Impossible commentaries, so those will be wrapping up for Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, and then I'll be reviewing the Final Reckoning soon. Also, stay tuned because we will be doing a Season 1 review of The Studio very soon since that just wrapped up. So that should be fun. And then we're also going to do I've been so busy between these videos and other videos. We haven't gotten to The Last of Us yet. We might film that review tonight, right after this. We might film a review for that tonight. So y'all can be on the lookout for that. And then on Saturday, we're finally doing our monthly mistake for The Final Destination, which is the fourth film in the franchise. So that should be a lot of fun with the Final Destination film coming. So looking forward to that. And then on Memorial Day, the start of From the Vault is coming, which is going to be me reviewing Come and See, which is a rough war movie, but should be a good one. So, yeah.
I've got that one sitting in my on Blu-ray on my Criterion. I still need to pop it in at some point and watch it, but I gotta prep my mind for it because I know it's a rough watch. So, yeah.
Sure.
All right, we'll go back to Richie. What you got?
That was fun. I was eager to do Zack's one because I knew there would be some eclectic weirdness in there, and this was one of the more fun tournament fights I've been on. So yeah, I was happy to do this. It's funny thing about your nickname Wolfman and Jurassic Wolf. I'm pretty sure I'm 100% sure there has to be like an asylum film called that. Called Jurassic
I
Wolf.
just found out on the Conan O'Brien the Must Go show today, like his travel show, that apparently there's a real life movie called Atlantic Rim instead of Pacific.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it. But anyway, you can find me. 25 tier ranker. Wheel of Movies, doing Endgame, Lonely Mud.
Real quick, I have a conundrum myself with the trailers. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Do I go with a cool modern trailer for Bloodsport or the classic that has the classic trailer guy going, the inner world guy doing the voiceover? Because it's
I missed that guy.
Nice. I missed that dude. Don LaFontaine, I think his name is. Don LaFontaine does like the voiceover for the old school one. So which do I go with?
Go movie trailer guy.
Yeah, let's bring
movie
back
trailer guy, classic trailer
Bring him
guy.
back. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll play a little classic Downfall. The modern one is cool too, but I'll do that one. All right. Sorry, Richie. I had a conundrum on the side. Yeah. Oh.
But yeah, Wheel of Movies, yeah, Avengers Endgame. Love to talk about there, should be fine. Yeah, Lonely Marks, Double or Nothing predictions, and we'll probably get potentially do Wrestling Jeopardy. We'll see what Wrestling Jeopardy, see what Jacob's movements are, but we'll do Double or Nothing, do news, and yeah. And yeah, Godfather recast coming soon. Fun, like doing the show, and yeah, I'm on the wrestling. I'm on the wrestling trivia tournament on JPS channel. Fighting Paul Mead coming up here soon, so check that out. And this is fun.
Yeah, sounds good, Jonathan.
Yes, this was one of the funnest tournament fights ever in my history. This was a lot of fun, a lot of chaos, interesting chaos. Yeah, that final look, a good movie won. There you go. So you can find me on social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, Blue Sky, and Threads, and different variations of Cine Caro. I'm taking a week off on tournaments on Instagram, but Revenge Movies will be the next one for next week. As far as my appearances, I will be on a few of the drama episodes from Movie Hero Network, and I will be on Father's Day episode on Movie Hero Network. Yeah, I'll be on that. That'll be a good time.
Yeah.
And last but not least, I will also be on recast of The Godfather. It's going to be a challenge.
Everybody that's on the recast was on here because Malcolm's on there too.
Yeah,
so
it'll be a challenge. I already got my cast in, and boy, it's going to be a lot of fun talking about this. I know the cast is like perfect. I mean, down the line, but what if? So yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, sounds good. Zach.
Mainly you can find me on Letterboxd and YouTube at MovieFanZ. But I will also be on this channel doing, I believe I'm in Battle of the Chris's and the Dad movie episode coming up. So those will be fun. And you can
if
find
you guys want that list early, I have it ready already for the rough draft.
Wow.
So yeah, I made the Dad movie list pretty quick because I'm
a
Dad movie expert.
Yeah, if you can send that to me when you can, because that way I can get to watch.
Yeah, if you want to start watching some old war movies and shit like that, so whatever you want to do.
Yeah, and then I just want to say thank you all for coming on. So.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, and I won't go as long as Jordan does. Obviously, I'll just hit the highlights of the next 2 weeks or so. So like Richie said, Wheel of Movies tomorrow night, talking Avengers Endgame. Yeah, we can't talk about everything in that movie in an hour, but so we might just stick to kind of some of the main plot threads and the big scenes and things like that, and just kind of just talk about it kind of in general. And then Lonely Marks right afterwards on the Lonely Marks Wrestling Podcast channle. Zach's 128 Championship will be Friday night with a half bracket, so that'll be a quick, fun show there. The Monthly Mistake. Yeah, I guess me finally confirmed we'll do that on Saturday night for The Final Destination, so you can watch us get drunk over there. And then Godfather recast Monday night, 9 p.m. Memorial Day. So myself, I'll be hosting that myself, and Jordan's not on there to poo-poo the Godfather, so it's me hosting with Jonathan Caro, Malcolm Lay, and Richie. So we're all Godfather fans, and we're just going to gush over the Godfather. And it's going to be a supersized episode. We usually only do about 6 to 10, and we even expanded it to 12 for this because there's so many great characters there. We had to vote on, voted the panel, to throw some extra characters in there, but we'll move fairly quickly and we'll get it done, and it'll be a fun episode. So it'll be a nice tribute there. Yes, as mentioned here a couple times tonight, because we saw a few of the ones that will be in the Battle of the Chris's tournament. So the Battle of the 4 Chris's in Hollywood, the Chris Pratts, Chris Pines, Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, and it'll just be like, especially the Marvel guys, just like one representing the Marvel character, and then we'll get mostly everybody's kind of other things, outside of the franchises and whatnot. So we'll talk about some of those movies. The tier ranker, the A movie starts next Friday as well. And then, I'll plug, about a couple weeks out, right in front of Father's Day, Friday, Friday the 13th, Wolfman. We got a Friday the 13th in June. So yeah. Hey. But yeah, Friday the 13th, the Dad movie tournament in honor of Father's Day. All those dad movies we know and love should be a lot of fun, and I'll be kind of hosting that one as well. So yeah, we'll take it out from there. And we'll leave it with a little Don LaFontaine classic trailer movie voiceover guy because he does one for Bloodsport, so we'll play that and have a little fun. So for Malcolm Lay, for Richie Goodacre, Wolfman, Jonathan Caro, Zack Shelton, I have been your guest host this evening, Austin Howell, and we'll see you guys next time on Tournament Fights.
For centuries, the Society of the Black Dragon has sanctioned an ancient rite of combat, known as the Kumite, open only to the world's most lethal warriors. It has never been won by a Westerner.
You are not Japanese. I can do it.
Now, for the first time, the true story of America's super agent, Frank Dukes, can be revealed.
Uncle Sam can't afford to let you get hurt. I'm going to Hong Kong. Frank is going to fight in the Kumite, and we're here to stop him.
An awesome human weapon.
It hurts me just looking at it.
Who infiltrates the Chinese underworld.
I did not come this far to stop now. Take it.
To enter a forbidden competition.
Couldn't you just get me in?
Strict rules, no press.
You telling me you never break rules?
Where every fighting style, every worthy opponent, every deadly technique clash in savage combat.
Time to separate the men from the boys.
And only one will triumph. Now I break you. International martial arts sensation Jean-Claude Van Damme in Bloodsport. The true story of the ultimate champion.